What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? Salute to everybody in the room. Sub, what's up with you? Seven, what's up with you? Big KIC, baby, what's going on? Salute to everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go ahead and start this round table off. I'm about to go ahead and get my Hangouts family in the room. But first, I definitely want to give y'all a little bit of insight as to what we are doing as far as the roundtable goes. The roundtable is about to be the new joint, man. The roundtable is about to be the new wave. Let me just say that. So I'm about to go ahead and get my people on the line, and we're about to have a hip hop conversation. We about to have a hip hop topic. We about to speak on it. Death of a Cloud Chaser, what's good, son? I see you, man. Appreciate you in here, bro. I definitely seen you and Main the Milkman do y'all thing, man. And I see y'all, man. I see you. You doing your thing, bro. Salute to you, man. For real. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, I'm about to go ahead and get my guys. Go ahead and get my people on the line. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody watching right now. See God Jordan Live, salute. I appreciate it. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here, right here with the family. Salute. Let me go ahead and get my family on the line right now. We're about to have a hip-hop conversation. I'm about to go ahead and ask my family some questions, you know what I'm saying, a round table. I'm about to go ahead and ask them some questions as far as hip-hop goes. You know what I mean? Some hip-hop questions, you know. Y'all know I'm a stickler for some 90s music, so we're about to get into it. We're about to definitely get into it. Let me go ahead and get them on the line. Give me one moment. Hang on. All right. Connect over. Salute to everybody in the room. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much for your patience. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for waiting. I really appreciate it. Let me go ahead and get them in the room. Hang on. Okay.
Okay.
Yo.
Salute. Jordan's in the building.
What's going on? Let me just make sure the stream can hear. How y'all doing?
All right, yourself. Salute, Jordan.
Yeah, man. Put your mic on pause real quick, Joe.
Yeah, the room can definitely hear you. So salute. You know what I'm saying? We're about to have a real hip-hop conversation right now, a real hip-hop topic right now. So you know what I mean? I just got to say salute to everybody in the room right now. And I got to say salute to everybody right now, the family, the round table. It's about to be the new Avengers, man. We about to be the new, I don't even know what to say, bro. So help me out.
League around this motherfucker, man. But yeah, y'all, if y'all ain't everybody who in my chat, you know, when y'all slide through, if y'all ain't on the live, y'all check out the video. Y'all definitely go over there and show some love and sub to Jordan Live and everybody else in here on the round. You know what I'm saying? You'll see their names pop up. You know, everybody sub to everybody. Let's everybody start building their pages so we can get some truth out here, man.
Right. I definitely agree.
Already.
With that being said, I definitely got to ask y'all a question, right? And this is regarding as far as, you know what I'm saying, 90s music. When you think of 90s music, what pops into y'all mind when y'all think of 90s music?
Hip-hop
and R&B.
Hip-hop and R&B. Let me ask y'all a question. As far as the 90s go, who would be your favorite 90s artists, whether it be hip-hop or R&B? Who's your favorite 90s artist?
Everybody Rakim.
Genuine.
Oh, I give you Genuine. He was good in the 90s, but you know what it is, Jordan? You know what my point of view is like. I can't pick anybody because so much has influenced me. But what I will do is, out of the due respects I have for the guy I'm about to see, is he was the main reason I got into hip hop. Never mind the fact that I grew up listening to it. It was Tupac, bro.
Tupac, yeah, man.
Well, in that order, I gotta say to this, like, you know what you just said, Sub. Like, my favorite artist personally, though, would be, you know, Eric B. and Rakim. But I'm drawn to different genres for different music, if you know where I'm coming from. So
I'm with you.
I can't just have a favorite. I can have a few favorites from different genres, though, because I'm gonna just say it like this: I don't rock with all of them. Like, some of the shit just ain't for me.
But you're still got to sit back and appreciate it, though, even though
You
if you
better
don't
know
rock
it
with
though.
it,
You
though.
better know it. It was eye openers throughout some of all music through time. Like me personally, if I was the one just to go off into another genre, I would have to put like if I had to go with like what's my favorite British artist, I would have to say Queen. And a lot of people would be like, well, damn, but Queen rocked the fuck out. It is what it is.
Exactly, though. That's the beauty, though, because a lot of people don't really realize every genre is influenced by every genre of music available, though. Do you know what I mean? I was quite surprised when you seeing Queen there, bro. Do you know
Yeah,
what I
because a
mean?
lot of people would say the Beatles. A lot of people would be like the Beatles just because they know they from Britain. But me personally, I think Queen was the best musical group that came out of Britain. That's just my opinion, though, y'all.
What about what about the Rolling Stones, then, bro?
The Rolling Stones is decent.
Cool.
But I'm talking about my favorite from just their period. I would have to say Queen. Why? Because I can understand and I can feel some of the music he's talking about. I don't look at that man. I don't look at Freddie Mercury's sexuality, nor do I look at his band sexuality. I look at it like this. These dudes literally put out some music where you could sit down and literally relax to. Some shit you could listen to. They ain't telling you to go hurt nobody. There's no violence in their music, if you ask me, though, cuz the words that they were singing, though, it had a structure to it, a slow meaning, if you will. Like, if it's relaxing you, we know it's subliminal, but who cares? You're relaxed, though. I don't want to hear no music like, oh, yeah, I'm finna go to the trap. I'm finna bang out all these, you know what I'm saying, disrespecting the women. Oh, we gonna bang out. Man, look, I ain't on that. I ain't down with threesomes. I ain't down with none of that shit.
I'm not gonna lie. Elvis Costello was definitely amazing too. He was
I let
dope.
you off. Costello. I remember that. I remember like groups like Blur, Oasis, The Verve, Muse, because these are all like indie and rock stuff as well. Though the like artists I'm trying to think like Wham, Belinda Carlisle, all sorts. Though, do you know what I mean? Because for instance, British music is really good to a degree.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like a lot of the classics, like again, as I said, I was surprised to hear KIC Queen though over the Beatles. Because
that's why I say, because usually when people hear Western music, like coming out of Britain, the first thing they think about, the Beatles. Man, it was some that was better than the Beatles. They didn't get much as the spotlight as, but Queen outdid them. That's just my opinion. Queen
America
outdid them.
loved some Beatles. You hear me? I'm telling you. But Looney, let me ask you, bro, because I asked the family too. When you think of a 90s artist, right? Who's your favorite 90s artist?
My favorite 90s artist, it depends on like what are you talking about from what genre though, because I just can't say, well, I just got a favorite. I can't just say it like that.
Yeah, I was asking Looney, I was seeing if what you know what I'm saying, what would, as far as the 90s music go, what would your favorite music be or your favorite artist be, Looney?
You asked me?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure, I don't want to talk over nobody.
It's okay. If I remember rightly, though, Jordan, he said genuine.
Okay,
and I give him his dues for genuine.
I said genuine, but I got a couple more.
He said genuine, but go ahead, continue, Ki. Go ahead.
Genuine. I got genuine. I got Tupac. I got I wanted to say Biggie. You feel me? Kind of like they flow a little bit. That's about it. And then like that's it for like hip hop. Like that's like the top. Like wasn't nobody fucking with Tupac. Like that's just how I felt. You feel me? Back in the 90s. Like wasn't like I don't care who you were. Like you ain't fucking with Tupac. Like, you feel me? Just because of the image and what he stood for. You feel me? Like
I'm with you,
I felt like I could relate to him just because how he was felt like how he placed himself.
That's
like,
one of the things. Go ahead.
The man of the highs. You feel me? Like
that
early age.
That's one of the things that I've noticed, bro. Like speaking with you guys and everything else, like Tupac is really, really, really left his mark on hip hop, didn't he? Like in the short time that he was here.
Short time, like, and then it's like it's just like the name Tupac, and then like the type of person he was. You feel me? And then like just like listening to his interviews and the stuff that he talked about. You feel me?
All right,
It's
let
like
me.
it's like you could relate to him, but I'm gonna be quiet.
Now with the Tupac thing, Tupac was a big ass influence. We all gave him legend status. We did. He showed us shit that's going on in the city. Gave people who only heard about it insight to the shit. But with this being said, though, Tupac was mostly known for his movies throughout the 90s because he was still East Coast till he got shot. Tupac signed with Death Row in 95 and was killed in 96. I'm just throwing that out there.
9 months, 10 months or something after he signed to Death Row, he died.
But Death Row was the reason why he died.
You know what? Right, we can sit and debate this stuff, but let me just see this. I'm going to put my point of view, and I left it on one of KI's videos. Yeah, I think, right? God bless you. Little boys, hear me out. Hear me out, little boy. Yeah, the damage that happened to Tupac to me was right when he had to go to jail the first time when he got shot as well the night before. I think the whole influence with that in KI. I mentioned this on one of your comments, bro. The whole structure of going from the streets into jail, right? Because sometimes in jail you do hear the truth, sometimes you hear the ribs or whatever, whatever, right? How would you feel like you've just been accused of something, right? And you just had to take a step back and say, what the fuck is going on? You got some people woofing in your ear saying, your homeboy done this, your homeboy done that. I'm going to say this, whether you like to disagree with me or agree with me with this. Notorious B.I.G.'s Who Shot You is not a diss towards Tupac. It was recorded and pressed up before the shooting at Quad City Studios. I am sick to death of people stating in hip hop that Who Shot You by Biggie was a diss to Tupac. No, it bloody wasn't. Because he was talking about somebody who he knew who got shot.
That's deep. That's dope. Yo, Lumi, I was just about to ask you, bro. What was you saying before, bro? I was gonna give you your time. Guess that weed too
Hold on,
good. It'd be like that. Salute to the chat. Yeah, everybody on Let's Talk right now. Yo, salute to everybody in Big KI's room right now. Loyal to TIC. What's going on?
Now, what you asked me?
Exactly what you were saying before.
Oh no! I was saying pretty much like he like his whole existence ended when he signed the Death Row. He was marked for death. He was marked for death when he signed that dotted line, bro.
I don't think so, but I think I've said this plenty of times and I'll state it again. Who is Afeni Shakur in the family? Pac was born with a crosshair on his back. He was just waiting for his book to be closed. No disrespect to the legend, right? People haven't understood, right? The reason, in my eyes, Tupac got completely cut down, right? And it wasn't no street thing. I don't believe that Orlando Anderson had got him killed him, right? It is deeper than that, right? You got to go look back at the Black Panthers first and foremost and understand what happened to them when all that bullshit started kicking off in Auckland when they dropped all the stuff, right? I'm just stating this while we're up on the round table, dude. You know what I mean?
Lord.
When everybody started spreading around, yeah, obviously the whole family dispersed to different places. But what happened was they were already being watched and hounded by the FBI and all the agencies, yeah?
That's why they did like that.
Exactly, bro. And then obviously what happened was though, because Afeni was still affiliated in my eyes and everything like that, she went through absolute hell when she was conceiving Pac. Or sorry, should I say Lazane Parish Crooks, as he was born by. And then he got christened and turned over to Tupac Amaru Shakur.
Hello? Right.
Right? In my eyes, right? Yes, I love exactly like you, Illumi, yeah, what he stood for. Because every song, it doesn't matter if it was about a female, as in I Wonder Why I Call You Bitch, to a song like Soldier's Revenge, or to a song like Temptations, or to Dear Mama, do you know what I mean? Tupac as an artist knew how to go everywhere with it, though. He knew how to touch everybody on an artistry form, not a musician, an artistry form. Because he, for instance, you know how we all like different genres of music for different reasons, yeah? Tupac, he could go and put any song on and know what sort of genre that song could go to. Never mind just being rap.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you all the time. So you feel me? When they come out, you feel me? I just chill out. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
Lumi, you might
Lumi,
have to
put your
mute your,
mic.
yeah, mute your mic, Lumi.
All right, bro. No pressure.
All right, man. So yeah, I definitely wanted to just to speak on as far as like y'all 90s, man, because as far as like getting the information, like I have to hear it because I hear from so many people, right, that the 90s music is when this hip hop thing took a turn. And I want to know from the generation before me, where did it take that turn? Was it the Biggie and Tupac thing? Was it the whole? It seemed like the D boys and the pushers is getting they shine. Where did it take the turn from the ill-fated 2000s music? And everybody hates the 2000s music. Let's be honest. The 2000s had its moments, but the 2000s was woo.
Kia, could I get your opinion first, please?
Yes, sir.
Before I put my 2 cents in, because I'm still, like I was stating earlier, Ki, right? The game's been good enough to school me on 84 up to 89 within the hip hop era, because I've done all my research back except for that little era, bro. Because I didn't know, you know, like when you go searching where to throw your hook in first to start learning, yeah, because I understand there was a lot of changes there, bro. Right? Like, Jordan, fantastic question, because with me speaking to you, Ki, right? You know, from the 80s, when you saw the likes of the Def Jams were coming around, you saw the Ruthlesses coming, the differences with the sampling that was evolving within hip hop in the late 80s, yeah, bro. When you look at that era, bro, right, to see the changes within the late, I would say after Tupac and Biggie, bro, could you pinpoint other than Tupac and Biggie where hip hop changed, bro?
Right.
Because I only came up in the 90s, bro. Do you know what I mean? I already know, bro, because in hip hop, right, and this is known, you always have sections of fads within hip hop that come and go. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
And I definitely, right, and KI, right before you answer that question, I definitely want to say that anybody listening in my chat and anybody listening in KI's chat, you can always send in your questions, because Seven just said, I think after the West Coast, East Coast beef, hip hop changed for me. So that's an opinion as far as, you know what I'm saying, the Biggie and Tupac thing, the East Coast and the West Coast thing, it seemed like it took a turn. KI, to answer Sub's question, I'm sorry, go right ahead. My bad.
No, you good, little bro. Yeah, like why I'm saying it take a turn there is right here. All right. During the 80s and shit like that, you got your Big Daddy Kanes, your Ice-T's, your NWAs, all this. These young cats talking about getting money. I mean, a few feature, you know, skinny clad women or what have you, but a lot of them didn't too much refer to them as bitches. It was like, you know, they were displaying this the type of female they wanted type thing, versus today's music where, oh, this a thought, this a bitch, this somebody we could smash, this somebody, you know, we could toss up. That's one way to where the music went wrong at, and then another one. And that music back then, though, you ain't see dudes meeting up talking about sparring and shooting and stabbing and killing each other. These dudes literally getting bread. You know what I mean? Back then it was bread versus what they getting now. These dudes getting bread for trash. This trash that they putting out is bullshit. I tell people what's the difference between this regular so-called, and I do use so-called loosely, this so-called rap music versus drill music. The reason that the drill scene, you know what I'm saying, is getting more attention because these dudes talking about shit they done been through, shit they done lived through, they people done been through, and it's some real shit, and they trying to get a bag all at the same time without, you know, getting too many people in trouble.
I'm sorry to cut you off, Ki. With you just stating that opinion, OG, yeah?
Yeah.
Could you consider, you know how you just stated there about the drill scene, yeah? Because what I understand about the drill scene, but I would like to make this observation to you with being an OG as well, yeah? You remember how the West Coast was in the 80s and 90s, yeah?
Right.
Could you see that as a pattern within hip hop that's re-emerged, for instance, within the drill scene? Because if you go back to the 90s in LA hip hop, like I learned, NWA, F the Police, Straight Outta Compton, these were songs that had messages. Do you know what I mean? With something that was, like, for instance, I've always understood 90s hip hop because of lyricism. Because, for instance, you could put a Big Daddy Kane track on in the 90s, right? In a Gangstar track, in a Mos Def track, in a Tupac track, and a Wu-Tang track, yeah? Each song is a different, complete different song, 5 different topics, 5 different subjects.
I can feel you on
Let
that.
me ask you this. Would you see the emergence of, say, the 2000s era, KR, yeah? Because 90s, I will state, was all about lyricism. From 1990 to about 19, I would actually say 2000, the whole 10-year decade was all about the lyricism.
And that's why I place it at too. When I say when we get to past 99 and 2000, music totally lost me. I just didn't want to hear it no more.
Is that
like everything they work for and build up and set a pattern for us, you know what I'm saying, to stay on the right course with the majority of the music, because all of it wasn't all that. But they set up a path for us to stay on though. They dangle, and I'm gonna use this again. What I feel like they be doing with these young kids who be trying to get out and just want some quick money. They dangle a trinket in front of them and they follow that shit. Back then, these dudes literally used to, hone they craft. Put it out there, make you feel where they coming from. Cause some of the rap music, we was all in the clubs. I don't care what nobody's saying, from a club to a house party or whatever, bumping this music, moving our feet to this shit. Now you listen to some of this shit, they just make you wanna, like, some of them sound like they wanna die. Jacked up off drugs, off codeine, all different type of shit. They make you want to like, damn, is this dude dead? What the fuck is he talking about? My example is this. We all know Lil Wayne got some cold ass lyrics. No disrespect to that brother. He doing his thing. He been doing his thing.
No disrespect as well. I'm not a big fan. I'm going to admit, though, I've got my opinion. I've stated it to Jordan and got my arse handed to us for it, to be honest with you. But I'm going to keep my opinion for now till I hear you out, big homie.
I'm just saying, like, Lil Wayne got a song called I Feel Like Dying, though. If you listen to the words of that song, this man, who wouldn't feel like dying, putting all that shit in their fucking system, man?
Exactly, bro.
And it's like, I ain't got nothing against him, but that song in particular, I pinpointed for a simple fact. From beginning to end of that song, the man, I feel like that. I don't feel like dying. I feel like living. What the fuck type of shit is this? And you got people, but that Lil Wayne. I don't give a flying fuck if my mama put that shit out. I don't feel like dying. And music switched up with shit like that, though, versus, you know what I'm saying? People talking about, get up with your guys, hanging out. Like, I use that versus this song right here, though, and it's a good example of totally different, you know what I'm saying, ways with music. Will Smith, Summertime. That's a song that's a fucking classic. That's a classic. Everybody can bump at a fucking picnic, a family reunion, what have you. You can bump Summertime to that shit. But who gonna go to a picnic or family reunion, any of that, and I ain't feel like dying? Come on, man. I don't feel like dying.
I think that's definitely I definitely think that's where the thinking is different as well too. I think a lot of people didn't even focus on that. I think they saw, okay, that's a sample. They focused on the beat. They focused on Wayne's lyrics. They didn't even think of it like that. Because if you hear that song, you're right. It's jarring. It's dark. I feel like dying. That's what she's saying over and over and over again. It's a dark song. But I definitely feel like those in my generation, because my generation loved Lil Wayne. Let's be honest, and still do.
Yeah, like I say, I didn't disrespect. That's why I just said the way I put it. Like, I ain't got no disrespect. The man got bangers. But that song in particular ain't no song that I want to fall up under.
I get it.
He came in, a hip-hop guy. Last time I seen him, he was a skateboarder. Like, I'm cool.
Skateboarding is technically cool these days with hip hop, though. Do you know what I mean, bro? But it was nice to see the difference, though. But Ki, I got a question to ask you, bro. Ducks and Rugers exposing me, yeah? Versus Hit 'Em Up by Pac. Hear me out, brother. Hear me out with this, yeah? I love battle rap. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You need to learn battle rap, okay? When you are coming at people on a diss, it has to be a defined track on 2 elements in my eyes, yeah?
Yeah.
The feeling, as in the touch of what you do to that person, and the rawness, as in how it's done, yeah?
Right.
I mean, like the performance.
No. I'm on about when you're in the booth, bro, right? And this is what I loved about Tupac, yeah? Right? I've heard 4 versions of Hit 'Em Up, right?
Right.
3 OG original versions and then the retail version, yeah? Because he had to change for the retail version as well, right? What I love about battle rap is you remember the aggression, the foulness, the tension, and everything that you bring. But at the end of it, you just shook hands and walked
And it
away.
was over with.
Over with. I'm not talking about the walking away bit, bro, right? What I would like your opinion is, bro, right? I know me and you both lived through the Tupac era, right? When Hit 'Em Up dropped, but I'm not gonna lie. I was only, when was that, 96? So I was, 11-year-old, bro. So I wasn't out in the clubs, though. Do you know what I mean? Could you tell me, right, bro? Because I know you're tuned up with your Chicago stuff as well, yeah? Could you, or would you consider the influence that Exposing Me, the Ruger and Duck version did last year? Could you consider that as a modern day version of a type of track like Hit 'Em Up, bro?
It's definitely
And could
a
you
diss track.
see?
It's
Could you
definitely a diss track.
see? Could you see the influence was just as big, or like with the purpose of the track? Do you think it was just as powerful as like it was when Hit 'Em Up came about? Because the reason I'm bringing this about is right. A lot of people know on a exposed national level of Hit 'Em Up as one of the first mainstream diss tracks, yeah?
Right.
That got like really, really big hearings, right? I know how big the drill scene is regardless, because it's influenced the UK, it's all over the world, right? Would you say with the modern day Chicago, bro, could you say Exposing Me had a similar influence or the same influence as what Hit 'Em Up did for us, bro?
I say it like this. Citywide, you know what I'm saying, man, people look at things different from the west side to the south side to the east side, you know, a couple of people up north. But the influence like Pac had with it, it can go in that direction if it gets big enough. But right now it ain't big enough to tip. That's just my opinion. But it definitely was a big diss track as far as the city went, you know what I mean? And if it get enough pops and go where it need to go, then yeah, it definitely can, you know what I'm saying? Not ranking that top 5 with it, but it definitely can pop up in that top 20. That's just my opinion.
There it is, man. There it is. I definitely
Because
want to.
I'll be,
Go ahead. Speak on this, up.
sorry to cut you off, Jordan. KI, the reason I say that is, right, I've loved quite a few battles that I've seen this year, especially the Pusha T Drake one, bro, yeah? When Pusha T dropped that diss on Drake about his son, I was just like, you know what, bro, I'm back in the motherfucking 90s, yeah, with this shit, bro. I was just like, God damn.
And you know what's up?
You know what I mean, bro? I was just like, where the hell did this sprinkle come from,
And
bro?
I gotta say this. Respect to Drake, right? I'm gonna give respect to Drake because when
I'm sorry.
Talk about it.
He gets. I'm not a big right. I like Drake as an hip hop artist when he first started. When he grew up, he can go slang pootie tang down somewhere down the block. Don't care, bro. Do you know what? No disrespect, bro. Because he, to me, is the definition of a hip hop culture vulture. Because I'm not being funny, right? I seen him with the DJ Screw haircut. I seen him doing the Mac Dre Fizzle dance. He goes and props this. Listen, no disrespect to you, Drake. You're from motherfucking Canada. The hell you got to do with these people? No disrespect.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to bring something back though, right? What it's already, right? What people don't understand is, right? Yes, I understand mainstream bring different types of people together. But if you are a hip hop artist, right, you should be educating them. Yes, not by bringing them back up, by saying, look, this is how I'm going to go and check what hip hop is about. Because, like, for instance, a rap battle's got to be personal. A love song's got to be personal.
Well,
you're talking about a personal issue. Did you know what I mean, bro? Because
let me interject there, because when you mentioned him, Pusha T talking about Drake's son, I was gonna say I give Drake respect in saying, you know what, I'm gonna bow out of this because now we took it the next step. Forget about the fact that you ruined whatever thing I had with Adidas or whatnot. Forget about the shoe deal or whatnot. You exposed something that I was supposed to expose. You said something to the world that I was supposed to announce. You know what I'm saying? Drake was supposed to announce that he had a son, not Pusha T. At the end of the day.
But listen, I'm happy you said that though, yeah. But Ki, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't that one part of the scripture of battle rapping, bro? You find something nobody knows about and brings it out. Because what Pusha T potentially did, right? And this is what a lot of people, I don't think, really have a good balance with, right? The elements in the root of hip hop. Because you've got to think of hip hop is catering for what? 4 or 5 generations? From elders to youngsters. You've got Drake predominantly more, no disrespect to him, 25 and under. You got Pusha T, who's probably got fans from 18 to 50. Do you know what I mean, bro? But like, for instance, bro, right? Pusha T brought back one element, right? And that is what surprised me with this modern day hip hop of his look. Battle rap, yes, on the underground scene it is what it is. We all know it is if you go and watch it, yeah? But to show something like that, bro, to you guys, especially Jordan in the generation below yous, would be a slap in the face. You'd be like, yeah, look, you don't know what I do. I am hip hop. Go and check what I do. Why is it that I always see people ignore that?
Yeah, man, because they so stuck in their Lil Wayne's and whatnot. Go ahead, continue. Go ahead.
No, I have to ask you that, Jordan, because obviously with you being, with how old you are, bro, I'm still trying to understand, right? And from 90s hip hop was all about learning, putting together, having a good time. Technically, yes, you had your gangster, your horrorcore, your chopped and screwed, your east, your whatever, yeah? But it still didn't matter if there was a message behind it, whether it was a positive or a negative, right? There was still a message of some form, yeah? When in Jordan, in your generation, did it get lost?
For me, growing up, right? Because again, of course, I was born in 1991. So let's be honest. You don't really start when do you really start processing music as a human being, like processing it? I'm guessing what?
Because it's an influence around you, bro.
True, that's
8,
true.
9, 10-year-old.
Yeah,
because
like an 8, 9, 10-year-old, right? Go ahead, sub.
Yeah, but it's because obviously with your development, though, because you're already used to it, though. But it's you're learning and getting the understanding, bro. Do you know what I mean? I learned when I was going back through just learning music myself, bro, as we've discussed. Yeah, so I'm usually 9, 10-year-old is what I can remember back to. Right. Then I've got to go ask. Whoever, though, do you know what I mean?
So I definitely remember, I would say, you know what I'm saying, really understanding what music is. Okay, there's pop, there's rock, there's rap, there's R&B. Getting to understand it, right? For me, I would say it started getting lost for me when, especially in my generation, we started paying attention more to the beats, what thumps, what bass they have. I noticed with my generation that yes, at the same time, you can't. Well, I mean, let's be honest. There's some people that wasn't saying anything and getting popular, right? But I definitely feel like at a certain point, it became about what kind of beats are you using, who's producing your music. For me, because I just noticed that the lyricism, especially coming up in the 2000s, dipped hard. 2007 was a terrible year for hip hop and rap.
I was just going to ask you, bro.
Why?
I was just going to ask you what period of time.
4 words. 4 words is this artist. Soulja Boy, Tell Him. He had the number one song.
That crunk. I'm no disrespect, right?
He had the number one song in the country at one point, sub. Number one song in the country.
I ain't gonna laugh. I bopped it up my damn self, bro. It was a good song because no. I'll tell you why, bro. K.I., back me up, bro. Doesn't that just represent party hip hop, bro?
Pretty much.
You go back to the 90s, bro, and look at 69 Boys, Tootsie Bro, 95 South. Do you know what I mean, bro? But what I didn't understand is, Jordan, because You know what it is, bro? In 2007, do you want to know what I was bumping more of compared to hip hop?
What's that?
Reggaeton music, and I don't even understand Spanish, Portuguese, none of that, bro. No, I'm being for real.
Yeah, no,
bro.
I'm
being
with you.
for
I'm
real,
with
for
you.
real, bro. Because you know what it is, bro, right? With me, yes, it's about the beat, right? But one thing I have learned, bro, right, because of obviously my issues and stuff, right, is tone of voice plays wonders. Do you know what I mean? If your voice can fit onto a song, it doesn't matter what genre it is, it's going to be good. I think that Soldier Boy song took it from being good to garbage in one song.
Yeah.
It definitely.
And y'all,
Go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, little bro. Because
I
I got something to elaborate. But go ahead.
I
I'm
was
gonna let you
just
go and
gonna
get that off.
say it definitely shaped as far as America's ear. It's just like, oh, okay, this is what's hot. Because again, it was number one in the country. Just to let you guys know, Soldier Boy, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is the youngest artist ever to have a number one song written and produced by Soldier Boy. He produced that track in Fruity
I don't
Loops.
think yeah, he did though, but I don't think he produced it. I think Cali Park executively produced it.
I think he executive produced it, but Soldier Boy definitely produced it on Fruity Loops, bro.
Yeah, but bro, the thing is though, right? What I remember was I was just getting back into music production then, bro, in 2007, yeah. Because what started happening was right, and I'm still working it out, but hear me out. When there was a time in hip hop, I don't know where it come from, when everyone started to do everything on their own, as in the production, the artistry, and also the musical side of it. Right? I don't know where it come from, because the only influences that I used to remember was, like, for instance, Dr. Dre. When 2001 came out, there was a few solo tracks he did on there that were done, like, produced and written and whatever by him, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Right. But I say that to say this to that question that was asked in the beginning. Because like I say, I won't sit up there and, you know what I'm saying, just come out with an answer, because sometimes you need time to think about it. But I'm listening to you brothers while y'all talk. And here's why I say that all music, and it's just not hip hop, R&B, reggae, none of that. Here's why I say all music, in my opinion, went wrong. When they introduced auto-tune to music, that shit destroyed music, in my opinion. I want to hear who you are. I want to know what you are saying from your own voice. I don't need to hear no fucking machine relaying nothing to me what you can relate to me yourself. Auto-tune really took the fabric of music and threw the shit down the toilet and flushed it twice to make sure it went down.
Yeah, and this is where, bro, hang on one second, Sup, because this is where, you know what I'm saying? This is why this is a round table, and I love it. Because while we can bring up at one point, I can bring up another point and counter it. Because I'm with you as far as the auto-tune. But who is a legend in the game? And I know you guys know it, but who is a legend in the game who popularized the vocoder?
Yeah, but
Roger Troutman.
I was gonna say, the dude who sang Computer Love.
Sorry guys, I've got to jump in right here. I've got to jump in right here. Okay, bro. A vocoder in a voice box is different to auto-tune.
Say it again. I was finna say it myself though. Say it again.
But that's where you lose. I'm just saying that's where you lose people in my generation. Let me just be clear. That's where you lose people.
But the thing is though, what people have got to understand is the evolution of technology over years. I can sit and discuss this with you guys because I have used auto-tune and know how to use it and what it does. I can tell you now, it is so different. Yes, it uses elements of a vox box in vocoder, but it's not the actual units of it. It's little elements and things. Because what's happened is, right, technology within music, right, or whatever, it got turned up in the decade of the 2000s. And I'm thinking with the coexistence of this so-called dumbed down rap, as we called it, yeah, the bubblegum era, the snap era, they capitalized on it. Because what I want to point out something to you, before you even knew auto-tune was in existence, it had already been used. And guess what genre it was in?
What's that?
Pop music.
Yeah, I don't listen to too much pop.
Neither do I, bro, but you'll know who I'm just saying. Her name begins with C.
I already know.
And that's all I'm gonna say.
I love that song.
Yeah.
I love that song. So I know exactly who. I know it.
Who Do You Believe in Love came out in the early millennium. If I'm wrong, please correct
You're
me.
right.
But
Shout out
to
to
that
Cher.
fact though, what I'm saying how auto-tune destroyed it though is this. Auto-tune, they took that. It's like if I'm listening to this gangster salute MC, if I'm listening to this gangster hardcore rapper that's out here in the trenches really doing all this, what he say, I want to hear your voice. I don't, you know what I mean? And there's no fun boy shit or nothing like that. I want to hear who you is as a person. I don't need you to be on that sound like no demon, no fairy, no motherfucking truck sounds, none of it. Man, tell me what you talking about.
And I will say this.
What you talking about.
Salute to MC. MC, right before
Good evening, MC.
Right before I speak to you, I will say this and salute to you. What you just said, Sub, I will say this. Whereas a Roger Troutman, you can argue he used the vocoder to separate himself from the pack. I would say in my generation, it got cheap.
Let me ask you this question. Because I feel you from Roger, but I gotta ask you this. When he was singing, was it a message in his music?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Did you feel his music?
Oh yeah.
Did you want more of his music?
Oh yeah.
Okay, now with these ones that's using it now, though, man, nobody want to hear that shit. They on some garbage.
And I ain't even want to say like it just it became cheap. It became like a cheat code in music.
That shit trash.
Like,
it's garbage.
I will say that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whereas you had a Roger who would make the music to differentiate himself from the pack. You have a Future who, you know what I'm saying, can't rap at all. Just
in other words, if you gonna use it right.
Right.
They using that shit for everything.
And shit and just blew up. Turn off the lights.
Look at some of these things. Look at some of these today's singers we listen to on vocals and all that when we don't listening to their tracks and shit. But when they go live, I mean, you know what I mean? They had a live concert or something that we go check out. A lot of us be mad than a motherfucker. Like, man, it's like the same motherfucker who's singing it. Unless they back it up with a record and they voice singing that shit.
Yeah, but the thing is though, bro, right? We can go back to the 90s and say, listen, right? We came up on stage shows. We got to see the artists doing them with their original vocals, whatever, right, though? But with the advancements of where things have been going on, not the topic for tonight, though, yeah? And how obviously everything has evolved over time, yeah? We know auto-tune, right? Vocoder, I know you've got to speak into it and play the keys to get the effect, yeah?
Right.
Right? And do what you need to do to sing or however you do it, right? But auto-tune, right? I can go there. Excuse how terrible this sound is. And I can make that sound as if it's the best goddamn fucking thing in the world. Do you know what that is called? It is called manipulation. Audio manipulation. And with the way things, I'm not going to get deep into it, yeah, with the way things have gone with the frequency change within audio itself, yeah? That is why a lot of people use auto-tune, because it creates such a different tuning in quality that you have to have everything mixed into that sound for it to be heard. Because it doesn't matter how you speak on a microphone, bro, right? I could speak just like this. Or I could speak just like this.
Right.
Right? But if I'm mumbling
ask you this, sir. Okay. With the auto-tune, when Roger was doing it, it wasn't broken when he was doing it. And you know they're saying if something
I'll explain why, bro.
If something ain't broke, why try to fix it? They added on to all this extra shit though. Like I say, some things it may sound good in though, but at the same time though, the majority though, if you look at it, the majority of auto-tune, these voice box to make these singers sound good for you to buy their records and make them famous. It used to be these dudes used to really get out there and get on their grind to get to where the fuck they was getting to and was getting paid peanuts. Now they just get them a bag of peanuts first and tell them, okay, lay this down, say this, and we're gonna put it out there like this.
Yeah, because I know we're not going to get into a big debate about it though, yeah. But when the majors all started coming around, yeah, they all know they have to have a certain lifestyle, exquisiteness, cultural visions and stuff like this when it comes out to it though, yeah. So because I'm going to tell you something, right? When I went through Motown, yeah, through the 50s, 60s, and 70s, when I went back listening, I bloody loved it, bro, because I could hear who the artist was. I could feel the passion, the
Yeah, I
pain,
definitely fuck with
whatever it
70s
was.
music. I fuck with 70 music hard. 70 and early 80s.
I'll listen to everything wherever it takes us, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I'll tell you everything, bro, even with the music that I listen to, bro, because I listen to like a lot of cultural stuff with being from where I am and stuff, bro, yeah? And things like this. I need to ask you this, Ki, and please, everybody else, chime in with this, yeah?
Yep,
I was meant to ask it the last time, but I've just remembered, yeah?
Yeah.
When in hip-hop did Eastern music meet the West?
Me personally, I always say it was
Mhm.
with Timberland that mainstreamed it.
Is that it?
Okay, I love you,
That
people.
was it?
Timberland, bro. No. You know what it is? Timberland is one of the most slept-on producers in my eyes. Stuff.
Oh, he ain't slept on. He ain't slept on over
Tim is a
here.
beast.
He ain't slept on over here, son. We give him his credit over here, bro.
Yeah,
Bro,
but Tim definitely put the East music in the limelight. He mixed it in with his music.
Bro, he gave us Genuine. He gave us Missy Elliott. He gave us Aaliyah. He gave us Justin Timberlake. He gave us Nelly Furtado. He gave us a classic album. And I don't care what you think about this opinion right now from me. You know, Shock Value, the very first one, is a defining album in music. Because there is so much culturalism in music itself on that one CD that anybody who is in the correct frame of mind who loves music will find a song on that album. I swear to God, man.
What's the name of it?
Shock Value, the very first one. You know the Way I Are.
Yep, I remember that album.
The album that came off, bro. There was rock on there. There was punk on there. There was the Indian song Bombay, bro. There was R&B. Elton John was on there, bro. 50 Cent was on there. The Way I Are was on there as well, bro. There was another Nelly Furtado track, bro. That album for music itself, in my eyes, was defining for my generation. I would say at least.
Yeah.
Because here I completely agree. Timberland played a big part of it. But you know who I really think brought it more to the mainstream?
Who's that?
Speak on it.
DJ Quick, when he produced that Truth Hurts Addictive, bro.
Yeah, Quick. Yeah, Quick always been on his grind, though. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from on that one. But I'm talking about like putting it out on the world stage, though, because remember Timberland, he had some hitters on his team during his time. And like you say, with Nelly Furtado, and then some of the beats that he was dropping was Middle Eastern beats. And a lot of people would sleep on that. They were just vibing to it because they heard music. It was Timberland, and it was artists that they know. But some of them missed that whole point of like, listen to what the music he's playing in the background. Listen to the beat of it. Man, I rock out on some of that shit. I still rock Timberland, man, on the real.
MC, let me ask you.
What up?
What up, man? Let me ask you a question, brother. Let me ask you a question because I asked everybody in the roundtable the question, right? As far as your favorite 90s hip hop and your favorite 90s R&B artists, who would they be?
Hip hop?
Yep, just strictly hip hop. 90s.
See, Pac.
There it is.
Pac.
There it is.
Pac, my favorite from till he died.
How about R&B?
But he had us from 93 till he died. Pac was running. R&B, I had to go with I had to go with goddamn it, Keith Sweat or R. Kelly.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that. To answer the question as far as my favorite R&B artist from the 90s, of course, it's D'Angelo. Y'all know. Y'all already know.
Get off his dick.
Y'all already know. Bro. Y'all already know what it is. 90s R&B. Y'all already know. That's the GOAT, in my opinion. But, you know, it is what it is.
Who is D'Angelo? That ain't the nigga who got naked, is it?
Yeah. But ass naked, all oiled up on the goddamn looking like his Superman just come fresh home from his skin.
Imagery, okay? Fuck the imagery. I'm just speaking as far as the music goes, bro. The inspiration to be 21 to write produce, arrange, compose your own music is crazy talent. Crazy talent.
But in the 90s, man, Keith Sweat was fucking their ass up. Wasn't that
I was
the
gonna
90s?
say that, man. Keith Sweat and R. Kelly,
Keith
another
Sweat.
talented brother, wrote his own music, produced his own music. Not only his own
Keith
music,
Sweat
but
was
other people's
killing
music too.
their ass.
Like
Yes,
R.
that was
Kelly.
doing his thing.
What was the other dude name? Aaron Hall?
From Guy,
Alan Hall.
yeah.
Guy, yeah, they was doing some
Yeah.
shit too.
Could I ask you guys a question then? Yeah, what did you think of Drew Hill?
Drew Hill was all right until they jumped on that boy. Till Cisco jumped on that
I was gonna
bullshit. I
say,
won't even say the rest of the
I
name.
don't even want to talk about that
if it
bullshit.
wasn't for Cisco,
fuck that shit. Yeah, I don't care about Cisco. But that entered the Drew album, bro. What did you guys think of it when it first came out? From listening to R&B in the 90s, because the reason I'm asking is I love R&B, but it's never been for me.
All
Do you know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Hip hop introduced me to R&B. Because Jordan, I know I was saying like Jodeci when they were Death Row days was starting to introduce us to R&B within hip hop. I was also thinking another big song that I loved what was hip hop R&B was the 112 Biggie Only You remix.
Right.
Because it was different to hear it, and then Mary J. Blige dropped the remix with Smith and Wesson.
yep.
Did you know what I mean, though? Because in fairness, the one who got me into R&B, honestly, is Baby Girl Aaliyah. Rest her soul.
Right. And
As soon as I heard Hot Like Fire, the remix.
And with Mary
Jesus
J. Blige,
Christ.
the only reason I started really pumping her music though, because she had that You All I Need remix featuring Method Man.
Method
okay,
Man,
Oh,
that
could I
song
just
right
say,
there is a classic though.
Lala, could I just
The
say good evening to
original
Lady
version and
Lala,
the
who's
version
just
that
come
Mary
up.
made with Meth, them is classics to me.
Oh, Lady La's in the building. Yeah, salute. Let me go ahead and give a special shout out. Lady La's in the building. Salute, Lady La.
Jordan, Lady Law, would you like to jump up on the panel, sister? Because if you can, we can add you to the group, girl.
It's up to you. Completely up to you,
Salute
La.
to Lady Law from Big KI. Salute.
Salute,
Y'all go subscribe to sis if y'all ain't already subscribed to her on my page. Y'all go subscribe to her channel, man. Real talk. Do that for me.
Go ahead and put the link to the description in the chat real quick. Yeah, we about to give her some love, yo. She family too.
Yes, indeed.
She family too. But yeah, I just have to. So let me ask you a question, Sub. So you said that you wasn't necessarily into R&B. You said hip hop is the reason why you even knew what R&B was, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because like really, I came up with prior to hip hop when I was just a youth growing up, right? It was mainly like classical and day-to-day commercial radio music. Do you know what I mean? For the late 80s, I never understood any particular genres until my brother started introducing us to them. Because when I was going through the culture of hip hop, other than hearing the likes of the Chronic and Doggy Style, you know, with the choruses being sung and stuff, I never really heard anything else with a sung chorus until I started coming across little bits like the 112 tracks, the Drew Hills, in particular that Method Man Mary J. Blige track. As soon as I heard that, I was just like, what is this? Do you know what I mean? And that's when I started when, for instance, I didn't know who Mary J. Blige was, but I knew Method Man. As soon as I heard that song, what am I going to do? Hang on, I love Mary J. Blige's voice. Who is she? Where's she from? I'm going to go see who it is, aren't I, bro? Jodeci the same. I don't know who these people are, but I'm hearing them with somebody who I like. So there must be a reason for that. Do you know what I mean? So I go do my research, and that's how I come across like R&B, different genres within hip hop as well.
That makes sense. Makes sense. MC, you in here, man?
Yeah.
Yo, so let me ask you another question that we asked a little bit earlier, right? In your opinion, right? Where do you feel rap or hip hop, however you want to describe that, right? That genre. Where do you feel like that genre took the turn to just in the fucking dirt? Where do you feel like it just took a turn where you were just like, you know what? I can't take this shit no more. What was your moment where you was just like, you know what? I'm done with this modern rap shit.
Man, probably probably 2016.
Can I elaborate on a little something, y'all? This with the 90s. This with the 90s music that we talking about. during the 90s, we had artists like Mariah Carey, Aaliyah, TLC, Boyz II Men, Michael Jackson, Jodeci, Convo, SWV, Bill DeVoe, Blackstreet,
702,
Blackstreet, Drew Hill, New Edition, 112, Escape, Color Me Bad, The Fugees, Groove Theory, Soul for Real, Shy,
Color Me Bad,
Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and H-Town. All of them is the ones who ruled the 90s. They all ruled the 90s.
Color Me Bad,
Color Me Bad, man. Come on. Anybody who say they ain't listen to Color Me Bad during the 90s, though, they lied to you, bro. And I'm gonna tell you straight out. We all done sat there and listen like, okay, listen to these motherfuckers.
Shit.
Especially that. Ooh, come on, man. Come on, man.
Oh shit.
I'm talking about I'm gonna keep it 100 too. I got that in my playlist right now. No bullshit. I cannot make this shit up. I just read some of the things from my playlist. That's who really ruled the 90s when it came to R&B though.
Yeah, you just said those are the
now compare them to these new call R&B artists of right now. They make them look like trash. They garbage.
You're right, bro. You're 100% right, bro, because that's why I went off hip hop in 07. When you know the authenticity of what the genre of the music is, yeah? When I started feeling getting lost, I just got turned off from it. Because I would still love to hear. MC, is that you, bro?
What?
I think the microphone's scratching up and down or something, bro.
Man, get out of here, man. That ain't me. I'm
just saying. Because no disrespect, OG, but sometimes you're out and about in the public, though, and I hear noises, though. But it's just because I'm wearing headphones, bro. That's why it's hurting my ears a little bit. Whatever that background noise is.
You good, brother?
Hey, but here's another one though. And then if we want to go into the hip hop artists of the 90s, we gonna say it like this. We always gonna, me personally, this is just my list. I know y'all might start off with somebody different. Tupac is number one. You know what I'm saying? That's on my list. That's my opinion, but I'm gonna just run down the line of what I got in my 90s hip hop archive that I'm looking at right now. I got Tupac, I got Jay-Z, I got Snoop Dogg, I got Wu-Tang Clan, I got a Tribe Called Quest, Public Enemy, Outkast, De La Soul, Method Man, NWA, Beastie Boys, Mobb Deep, Gang Starr, Fugees Again, Run DMC, Naughty by Nature, Cypress Hill, Airbnb, Rakim, Old Dirty Bastard, Salt and Pepper, Ghetto Boys, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Big Pun, P-Rock and CL Smooth, EPMD, The Root, Digital Planet, Digital Underground, Heavy D and the Boys, DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, Brand Nubian, The RZA, Andre 3 Stacks, UGK, Boogie Down Productions, Arrested Development, Soul of Mischief, Goody Mob, Main Source, Native Tongues, House of Pain, TLC again, Junior Mafia, Das Effect, Leaders of the New School, Breadman and Method Man. Come on, man. Them the 90s, them 90s right there of hip hop.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Compare that shit to what we got today, though. Like I say, you're gonna get the same result as you get it from R&B. They make these new ones look like garbage.
I'll tell you what I'll do, Ki, with you doing that as well, bro. I've got a Spotify playlist, bro, what's created with 48 hours of hip hop.
Oh yeah, you got some shit then. That's just my shit on the surface. You got
bro, as soon as I've rolled, bro, yeah, I'll sit through as well, and I'll show you some of the stuff though that I grew up listening to, because I know with you guys as well, right? You probably think, how am I so knowledgeable of hip hop? I'll show you why from a playlist. Do you know what I mean? Right. Because this is, again, it's stuff I grew up on, because you know what it is? I hate Tim Westwood now, yeah? But if it wasn't for Tim Westwood, I would not know hip hop. He played a big pivotal role with me, though, because both myself and my brother, right, were only 4.5 year difference, but we shared a room for 14.
Okay.
And what's funny,
and whatever he was listening to, right? For instance, I would know fuck all about No Limit if it wasn't for my brother. I would know fuck all about Rap A Lot, the East, the West, nothing if it wasn't for my brother. And the one thing I will always give due respects to my brother for was introducing me to Outkast and Goody Mob's first albums in '95.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Them two albums, I was only 10, 11 years old listening to those albums.
See, I didn't even realize. I'm sorry, go ahead, Kay.
Now, I was just gonna say, like from that 90s list that I just read now, with my 80s list to the characters the artists that steal in from there, because I through all of them. We still got Run DMC from the 80s, NMD, Salt and Pepper, Fresh Prince, Boogie Down Productions, Gangstar. You're gonna hear something come in that's new. A Tribe Called Quest, Kool Mo D, Jungle Brothers. You know, they even had Pac. He was in the 80s doing stuff over there. The Sugar Hill Gang, the Fat Boys, Grandmaster Flash, Third Base, Heavy D again, the Ghetto Boys. You know what I mean? It goes on. 2 Live Crew, Juice Crew, Kid and Play, Native Tons again, Cool G Rap and DJ Polo, Cypress Hill again, Nice and Smooth, Treacherous 3, Will Smith again, Funky 4+1, Rob Bates, DJ Easy Rock. You know what I mean? Even Aerosmith is in my shit. The Bomb Squad, Cool Crush Brothers. You know what I mean? Audio 2, Brand Nubian. Even Vanilla Ice falls up under that genre. P Rock and CL Smooth, The Roots again, Big Punch and Digital Underground. Come on, man. They even from the 80s, though. And then take a look at when we hit that 2000 mark, a lot of them just seem to vanish, and we got these fuck boys. I'm just calling it out. That's why I compare like my music that I listen to. Like, okay, you from this era, you moved into this decade, and then into this one. Then when they get into the new millennium, you just disappear. And then we see symbolism in our music, demonic shit in our music, demonic words in the music. Like, I don't want to dress up like a demon. I don't want my eye to turn fucking bloodshot red and I grow fangs and want to kill and eat people. I ain't with none of that shit though, but they depict a lot of this shit in the music doing. It's like, what the fuck do they got to do with what I'm listening to?
I'm with you, man. Like I definitely said, I definitely will agree, man. Like for me, I would definitely say, I guess I asked MC 2 different questions because I would definitely say I noticed me personally in my music, listening career, it's just in 2007 when Soulja Boy came out with Crank That, I was just like, wow, we're going down the tubes here. But I would definitely say as far as the modern day hip hop, I'm going to give it with MC when he said 2016, around that time when you had the Young Thugs and the Rich Homie Quans of the world
kissing each other in the mouth and all types of weird ass shit, man.
Future was still fucking on top. I'm not gonna lie, that is kind of when I stepped back from the modern hip hop and was just like, you know what, I can't do this shit no more. I just can't keep up with this shit. I have to focus on
and the music. When it comes to the music, little bro, I told you I'm the one, like, you know what I'm saying, myself personally, I look for symbolism in everything. Why? Because symbolism speaks volumes without saying a word. And Jay-Z and Beyonce, and it's for everybody from my era into this era. With Jay-Z and Beyonce, we know how Beyonce started out, you know what I'm saying, with Destiny Child. We all know that Jay-Z started out with Hawaii Soapy fame. Take a look at what they doing now, though. Y'all remember that song when him and Beyonce did the song? I don't know the exact name, so don't quote me. But it was a symbolism part up in there where he blew up the car and killed Beyonce, and in comes Sasha Fierce. That's demonic, number one. Now, with Rihanna, it's just another example. I'm gonna throw the flow right back with Rihanna. Rihanna came out this beautiful, wholesome girl next door that everybody had a crush on. Until Disturbia, like, come on, man, really? Really? She went from being that much of a ray of sunshine to a fucking dark ass gloomy night type shit. Like, it all changed. It's symbolism about all that shit, man. They feed that shit to people.
And what's crazy is what song was that album on? The same one that Umbrella was on. And that song, Umbrella, blew
There's so many symbols in that shit. If you slow it down, it's ridiculous.
Rihanna blew out of the stratosphere with that Umbrella song. She ain't looked back since.
And then if you look at the Umbrella song and you slow it down, like slow it all the way down to where you can't really slow it down, and they come in slow motion, you see a devil head, you see the devil's horns, you see her making a weird shape with her body that we know a human body can't contort like that, though. Even if they did use CGI, it contorted into a demon. And that's real talk. Y'all can all go do receipts on that while we sitting here. That Umbrella song, just type in Rihanna Umbrella.
What the hell you're talking about, but because let me tell you this, Timmy Turner by Designer has a hidden message in it, but you got to play backwards, reverse, and slow it down to hear it. And I can pull that shit up right now, put it in the group if nobody believes us, because it'll take me 2 minutes to find it. Yeah,
I take your word on you, the hip hop mogul up in this motherfucker to me. I just go back in time on things I know, but I know you be like, cause I done seen your page and looked at you definitely be on some of the songs that I forgot about. I'm not saying I don't know them, I forgot about them.
Well, I'll tell you what then, bro, yeah? Okay, well, I'll pull up my Spotify playlist, yeah? And I'll give you the first 8 songs that are on it, bro, yeah? The first 8 songs. Number 1, Regulate by Warren G. Number 2, Mobb Deep, Shook Ones Part 2. Number 3, If I Rule the World by Nas.
Right.
Number 4, Hip Hop by Dead Prez, sorry. Number 5, Worst Comes to Worst by Dilated Peoples. Number 6, Wu-Tang, Cream. Number 7, Cypress Hill, Insane in the Brain. And number 8, The Dayton Family, Real With This. Number
the
9,
Dayton Family was a trick.
Oh, bro, number 9, Poor Pimp by Do or Die. Number 10, Are You Ready For Us by 3-6. Thuggish Wuggish Born by Born Thugs. Eazy-E, Real Motherfucking G's. Straight Up Menace, MC8. MC Breed and DFC, Ain't No Future in Your Frontin'. And In Too Deep, Back to the Hotel. Players Club, Rapping 48. Too Short, The Ghetto. Compton's Most Wanted, Hood Took Me Under. Spice One, Welcome to the Ghetto. Dayton Family Again, What's on My Mind Part 2. Souls of Mischief, 93 Till Infinity. Immortal Technique, Dance with the Devil. Nate Dogg, Hardest Man in Town. UGK, One Day. Mac Dre, Genie of the Lamp. Pimp C, Knocking Down Doors. DMG, You Don't Hear Me Though. Big Mike, Player. Fifth Ward Boys, Pussy, Weed and Alcohol. Do you know what I mean, bro? I can sit here for hours going through this shit.
Right, and I was gonna say, Dayton Family, then they have Bootleg, Shoestring, and Backstab in there featuring Nuisance.
That's correct.
Okay, I'm just making sure I'm on the right page when they thinking about psychodrama.
Exactly, bro, because what it is, though, a lot of people still don't give due respects to the Dayton Family being from Flint, though. They put Detroit really big on the map before Eminem and stuff, you know, bro. There was a big bubbling scene out there.
Man, that shit crazy.
Outcast, Synthesizer. Oh, bro. Okay, then.
Let me throw something random out there, man. The one, I would definitely say this, right? The one thing that I would definitely say is that Eazy-E had a career that I wish I would have seen the end, like the beginning and the absolute end of, because I think Eazy-E had an interesting story to tell, and it only came out because he died. But as far as how he infiltrated the music scene and whatnot is pretty interesting. It really is. And I would have liked to have seen if he could have been kind of what a Jay-Z is as of today.
Right.
Bro, in my eyes, he already was, but without people realizing, because I've got to give dues to the late 80s and the 90s for the moguls of hip-hop that actually come out. The Russell Simmons, the Jay Princes, the Tony Drapers, all of these people, bro, because I would say that probably the 2 biggest influences that I can work out for anybody was Jay Prince when he started rap a lot in the late 80s in the South, and when Def Jam came about in 86, 85, I cannot see anybody else to bring such a formula where stuff can be brought out like this. Do you know what I mean? Because today, a lot of people will reference, but Jay Prince this, Jay Prince that. People don't understand. He, to me, was the first ever black person to do a hip-hop record label on a major forefront. Because what people don't realize is this, right, Jordan? He worked in the parking lot, right, doing what he had to do, but he was funding his record label, You know the Ghetto Boys lineup changed 3 times, right, Jordan?
I didn't know that.
Go back and do your research on Rap a Lot, and correct me if I'm wrong, Ki. There was 2 Ghetto Boy albums out before Scarface came, correct?
Yep. Just like with TLC, they was gonna be different members before they formed the entire group, though. It's the same flavor. They was finna be a whole group. It wasn't gonna be a Chili in there, and they replaced their 3rd member with Chili. They definitely, you know what I'm saying? It's been a switch in a lot of eras though. And just like when, like, I'm gonna speak on this too about this drill music thing. Everybody think it because, you know, Duck and all them guys, Vaughn, all them, because they put it out. Drill music is nothing new though. If y'all really want to see some of the pioneers of drill music, all you got to do is just go back and look at Psychodrama, which consists of DJ Double D, Psycho the Third, if I ain't mistaken, and MC Dice. Now he go by the name of Player Dice G. But them dudes was the original drill, some of the original drill dudes, real talkers. They was talking about some of the shit these dudes talking about, but not in detail like they doing it.
Could I ask you a question then, please, Ki?
Yeah.
How influential was Twista when he first came out in '91, bro? Because Jordan,
Twista had a lot of people copying his style.
Right. I need to school everybody right now, Jordan, so prick your ears up right now. In my eyes, and you can debate this amongst yourselves, right? The chopper style that we know now was created by Twista. And I don't care what anybody says.
When he was tongue twister. That's when he was going by tongue twister instead of just Twista.
Right. Jordan.
Yep. What's up,
Twista released an album in 1992 called Tongue Twister.
Yep.
If you want to hear the early days of tongue twisting chopper flow, go listen to that album, because there's a song on there called Scat, as in, you know how they speak within jazz music?
Yep.
And in my eyes, that's where the chopper flow came from.
That man had so many people goddamn it copying this style. It's ridiculous. But one thing about Twista, when Twista rap and do that fast shit, you can understand every word he's saying though. A lot of them dudes, they be like, man, what the fuck did he just say?
Most of the time it's I never scream. Do you know what I mean?
Like Busy Bone, Busy Bone. I give him all credit. I rock with Busy, but Busy one that you can't hardly understand.
I was just about to get onto them. My earliest influences of chopper music, I've got to say, was Thuggish Ruggish Bone. Busy Bone on that last verse.
You can't really understand shit that man saying, though. He sound like he starts speaking a whole different language. Like, wow, slow it down just a little bit. Because some of the words, I'm like, hold on, dude, what you just say, though? And then we already know before it was a bone, before they was going by bone, they was known as Faces of Death.
I gotta go back and listen to Twista's album.
Born Enterprise and Faces of Death was the first album, bro.
Yep.
Because that was the EP. Because let me give you a quick story, Jordan, yeah? Busy Bone was not an original member of Bone Thugs and Harmony. What happened was, yeah, you heard the stories when Bone Thugs went out to LA to go meet Easy, yeah? Busy was the connect, bro. Busy took them to Ruthless. Yep. Busy was the one who got everything sorted out. So that's why they added him, because the fifth member or the fourth original member was Flesh and Bone, bro.
Yep, and he got booked.
Exactly, because what happened was, bro, right? I love Creeping on a Come Up. My favorite ever hands down EP that is ever fucking dropped in hip hop. Right? But you know something? Listening to Eternal 99 and listening to how Bone Thugs influenced everything, right, Ki?
Right.
Would you say that, because I'm going to come to psychodrama with this, right? We're psychodrama doing this because I'm not hip to psychodrama is what I should be, bro, because I'm finding it hard to find the music these days, right? But could you tell me, bro, because I'm not going to lie, my first introduction to Chicago was Common Sense with the Resurrection album, bro. Before I heard the likes of Do or Die, Twista, Speed Mob, DE, and all of these guys, bro, yeah? But what was it about Chicago, bro, with this whole tongue thing and stuff like this that just blew up, bro? Especially for Twista?
All right. With Common was more, you know what I'm saying, that conscious rapper type guy. A lot of us didn't listen. A lot of us here didn't listen to that. We was more, you know what I'm saying, do or die, shit like that. Because these was dudes that you literally can go out west to K-Town and see, off Madison Street and see, because that's where damn near everybody go shop that live on the west side. You bound to run it. Any fucking local celeb. But with the thing with Common Sense and Twista was this. Twister was a real street dude. Common Sense ain't no street dude, not by a long shot. Anybody that's down from the trenches or any, I tell you, Common ain't no street dude. Just like Chance the Rapper ain't no street dude.
Right.
And we keep that 100. We know, just like everybody know that, what's my boy name? Kanye West is not a street dude. Kanye West is a actual college kid. Like, for real, that shit, when he made College Dropout, he wasn't lying. That man literally went to college. Chance the Rapper is more of a scholar than he is a street dude, if you know what I mean. Like, he picked up on knowledge and information, took it, ran with it, made a career. Now he at where he at. But when it come to Twister and Common was more of a conscious rapper. Like, people that like rap, but soft rap. Because his rap is soft rap. And I don't mean he a soft dude, but his rap is basically soft rap. Twister was that dude just coming out the trenches and telling you, showing you the streets. He out there kicking it with the guys, all that. That's why we picked up on Twister hard as we did, though.
So let me ask you this then, Kia, yeah, because obviously Twister did drop that album, yeah, the Tongue Twister album, right?
Right.
What other artists emerged from the what Twister created, bro? Because I'm still trying to learn a lot about Chicago rap, bro, because I've realized over the years I've liked a lot of artists without realizing, bro. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just trying to work out little bits, though, because when I go back, I always see predominantly it was common in Twister. Do you know what I mean? And then towards the mid 90s, when Do or Die went down to rap a lot, bro, picture this. When I sit back and look at it now, bro, because I didn't know about it back in the 90s, bro. Do you know what I mean? I came on the back in the early 2000s, right? I'm sitting back thinking, hang on, what is Chicago rap actually like? If an artist has had to move, because what I also liked as well, bro, what I loved with No Limit was the fact different artists from different areas moved to the record label.
Yeah.
So they moved to a different base. But like, for instance, bro, from like 91 to 96, bro, who were the other artists besides Twister that were hot out there, bro?
Like down through here, though, like I say, like I've really been started with rocking with Twister. Crucial Conflict, they came in, but you know what I'm saying? They was before they time. They came in this era, and I'm gonna get back to that. They came into this era right now where weed is booming and all this. Crucial Conflict could definitely be on a global stage because that's all the fuck they rap about.
Especially that Here track, bro. That single he dropped off that first album, bro. That would be a quadruple platinum song by now, wouldn't it, bro?
Yeah.
I don't know. We talking about speeds and rappers and stuff. I mean, we leaving out a whole region.
Between,
you know what I'm saying? All that's
like. What's up, OG? I've been waiting for you to pick on this, OG.
What up, man?
I'm gonna say this right here to what Sir was just saying. Say, like, during them times, who's the best rappers down there? I'm gonna be honest with you. Do or Die definitely was at the top of the chain as far as street dudes go. Crucial Conflict was on they shit. When Twister was with the Speed Live Mobsters, instead of with Do or Die, he was doing his thing. And you know what I'm saying? We had Mo Man, we had Boo and Gotti, we had Hostiles, we had Famous Syndicate, you know what I'm saying? That's just a few of them. We had Kids in the Hall, and it just keep going. And we even had, you know what I'm saying, the brothers, the Out There brothers, they was cool. And
seriously, they were from Chicago, bro?
Huh?
The Out Here brothers were from Chicago.
No, I'm saying though they had an influence on Chicago. They came through it like this was just let's just say Chicago was like the ones I just named that's not from Chicago. Just trust and believe me, it was like a second home to them. They were more comfortable with displaying their music and putting their music out through there because it's like, okay, these people know what we going through, what we talking about, because they actually living this right now is what we talk with them. That was out through there and coming through like that, you know what I'm saying? They influenced the Chicago movement. Before it was Do or Die, definitely helped influence it. Twister and the Speed Live Mobsters, Crucial Conflict, they definitely helped put it up there. But to go mainstream, I gotta give it to Common though, because Common wasn't with that shit though. He had music and rap that everybody want to listen to. Like, okay, his brother ain't in here telling you, you know, if your wife get out of pocket, kick her out the window. If your kids get out of pocket, go grab a motherfucking baseball bat and just beat them up. He was basically telling you know, to love your family in so many different words. You know, be respectful to, you know, those who respectful to you. If you the thing respectful, you know, keep it pushing. You ain't got to stand there and argue with them because it takes two dummies to argue. And it takes two grown people to have a conversation. But these main three artists, though, Do or Die as a group, Crucial Conflict as a group, Twista and the Speed Line Mobsters is basically what put the street rap thing in here. I ain't even in Chicago right now, but definitely put Chicago on the map as far as people getting attention. Pac did the shit on a global stage, if you will. He had money back. These artists I just named didn't have no big record labels back. They was mostly independent, putting their shit out there, and then them being street cats and real street cats. No real street cats. Man, we was rocking with them dudes and helping them push their shit. Who is that you listen to? Man, that's Twist and the Speed Line Mobsters. Who is that you listen to? Oh, that's Crucial Conflict. Who is that? That's the Dayton Fest. Like, we'll push it out like that. Man, where you get that from? Shit, down there off Kizzy. We slid down on Kizzy or down on Roosevelt. It's a dude up there in the van or in the truck selling the albums for like, $2, $3. Man, go down there and cop that shit. And that's how I spread it.
See, because if you see it as well, though, bro, like I give you your dues, yeah? When I heard that Mobsters album by Speed, not Mobsters,
man.
Bro, I had an orgasm, to be brutally honest with you, because, bro, the only other stuff, bro, right? No, let me see it, bro. I got a reason why I said that, bro, yeah? The only other stuff I heard by Twista was the, which album was it? The 96, what was it called again? Adrenaline Rush, the original version, bro, yeah? That was all I had ever heard from Twista, bro. And when I heard that, God, bro, the intro in the first track, bro, when I fucking heard the diss towards Bone Thugs and Harmony, bro, the remix, I was just like, why the hell haven't I heard anything else like this from Chicago yet?
Right.
Because I love Common, don't get me wrong, bro. I love the messages of Common because it was lovely to hear. For instance, in the 90s, how you said Diggable Planets and stuff like that, bro. And that sort of consciousness that was starting to emerge.
Yeah.
That's what attracted me to Common, bro. Because when I heard that Resurrection album, bro, I was just like, Jesus Christ, what is this for hip-hop? For hip-hop.
Common was so cold. Common was so cold in his right that this is one of the only dudes that was a humble rapper that went at Ice Cube.
Exactly, and that's why I always will tilt my hat off to that man, bro.
And he didn't back down either, though.
Did he hell back down, bro?
Motherfuckers saying, oh, that's Ice Cube. O'Shea ain't tough like people think. That man ain't. Come on, man. He never did nothing, man. And that's 100. All you got to do is just, you know what I'm saying? Wikipedia him, look at his background. O'Shea wasn't a gangster. O'Shea was a dude trying to get a couple of dollars.
Studio gangsters, he got called by everybody basically, didn't he?
Hey, you heard what Easy said. He was directing that to him like he a studio gangster. He let people know dude was originally from South Central. He wasn't a crib dude from the street like he proclaimed and all this. Any last one of us in this chat can go around and mean mug anybody and probably get a response. That's all Cube, you know what I'm saying? Besides his music, Cube is famous for a mean mug now.
I mean, we gotta look at what we're talking about as far as gangster, because to me, he was gangster on another level besides the streets.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he
brought a different reality. He stood up for certain things and shit.
I never take his credit away. I never take his lyrical credit or his his intellect away. I'm talking about as a street dude. He wasn't a street dude.
Oh no. He was more of a, what can I say, political figure in hip hop. When you look back at his lyrics and shit like that and hear what he's talking about. So that's what I mean by he was gangster, by how he delivered it, how he was saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Salute to Mike from Boston. He in my chat right now. Salute to Mike from Boston.
Yes, indeed. Salute, Mike.
He watching through. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him. But yeah, I definitely feel y'all, man. Ice Cube. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I just like what he did with the movies. I like what he did with the movies. How he finessed the movie industry, man. And let's be honest, he could have had his own little film empire right now. He could have been like what Tyler Perry's doing right now with his studio. That low key could have been Ice Cube, I feel like, at one point. But he just went a different direction with it. I don't know. So, salute to that, man.
What's called a big. Since you up there in the shy and stuff, right? I'm trying to go through some of the stuff that I had when I was coming up. That, you know what I'm saying, things that you didn't catch wind to because of your age and stuff, but you know you had it and shit.
Right.
All right. Which called, have you ever heard of this dude called MC Bobcat? Not MC Bobcat, but just Bobcat by itself.
I tell you, hold on. Why does that stick out to me for?
he had an album called Cat Got Your Tongue. That was
Uh-uh.
the first. That was the first gangster I heard from the Midwest, and I believe he was Chicago or somewhere like Missouri somewhere. But this was
Oh,
like 1987, 88 when I heard this dude, man. And this dude he wasn't even gangster, he was a mobster. You know what I'm saying? I would just wanted to see if you ever heard of him and stuff. But if you wanted to look him up, look up Bobcat, Cat Got Your Tongue. The album. Matter of fact, I might have to go look it up just to look at some of the credits on it. But since we was up there in the Midwest, he just popped in my head and stuff from back in the day and shit.
Salute to Mike though, because Mike's just put up in the room. Bobcat was a DJ back in the day.
He might have been.
So I don't know because
all I heard was an album.
Y'all almost can't hear me.
Nah, now we can.
Oh, I've been talking for 30 minutes.
Oh shit, your microphone was off though. I seen that.
Oh. I mean, this motherfucker like, nigga, fuck y'all. Y'all ain't talking about the Brat put Chicago on, nigga.
Yeah, the Brat, she
good
definitely
shout,
did
bro.
that thing for
Thank
the
you,
lady.
The Brat.
If this you talking about the same Bobcat, they say AMC review West Coast DJ Bobcat first gained notoriety for his production work on LL Cool J's multi-platinum Bigger and Deffer.
Okay. Yeah, then that's the same Bobcat then.
Hey, you know what though?
Hey, y'all I'm looking at his info right now.
Don't attack me for this, but man, I don't know what y'all see and hear in Mobb Deep. They suck to me, man.
Mobb Deep had some hitters though.
Hell, they might do to y'all. I just didn't like them niggas at all. Like, not only song I liked it was the one they said, "You need to give it up. The life is up." That's it. Anything else is over for them, man.
I gotta say, in my opinion, the Mobb Deep, right? Two different MCs, two different characters, but came to gel together as a team because I've done my research on Mobb Deep. Yeah, honestly, right? Prodigy, rest his soul, was too far ahead of his time.
Man, Prodigy was that dude, man.
Bro, you tell me. No, hold on, MC. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out, MC. Yeah, you tell me an artist who said something about the Illuminati from '96 and still now we're fucking seeing it, bro.
Man, ain't no Illuminati, man. Anybody can use that word.
No, bro, because what it is, bro, right? Prodigy's family was already in the music industry, bro, and stuff like this, bro. This is what people don't know. You've got to go back and research the artists, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because Prodigy is just a straight up producer before he started rapping.
I'm saying, how was they cold? And all they said was done.
It was the messages. It was the messages. Like we talking about them individual. The message Prodigy put out though. Prodigy was on some eye-opening shit to his death.
Exactly, and to me, bro, like for instance, I'm only using like the Illuminati as the reference, though, right, bro? Mobb Deep, when they first came around, were a complete failure. That very first album that they released, Juvenile Hell, was a failure, bro, right? And they had to make the Infamous, bro.
Man, that shit sucked.
Juvenile Hell, as a Mobb Deep fan, right? Absolutely sucked garbage. I'd wipe my arse with the CD case. Do you know what I mean? It was garbage,
Dice up
right?
in his What up, brother?
What's the word?
What's the word, Dice? Welcome to the panel, bro. We're on live with Jordan on Jordan and KI's big homie. We're just having a hip hop discussion. How you doing, bro?
I couldn't hear y'all. What's happening?
I'm chilling, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm all good. What'd you say, MC?
Man, they talk about Mobb Deep was. I don't know. I don't even like them, dude.
All I see about Mobb Deep, bro, to cut a long story short,
man, get out of here.
Let me cut a long story short. Yeah, Queensbridge in the 90s. Hold on. Queensbridge in the 90s, right, had created a lot of good artists, bro. And there was so much battling and stuff going on, so I can understand from an artistry side the pressure and things, bro, that they've got to go through to create the music, right, bro? I can go back and pick 3 albums I love from '94, right, and 2 of them are from Queens, and that's Nas's first album and Mobb Deep's the Infamous. Sorry, the Infamous was '95. Do you know what I mean, bro? But then I'll happily go up to, say, Long Island and go chill with every single first Wu-Tang album, as in the solo ones and the first group album.
That first one.
And then I could go to somewhere else, though, in New York and do this. I think what it was, bro, as well, it was the emergence of the 5 boroughs coming together, bro, because it was a lot of, I would say, fighting. Because to me, no disrespect to Pac or Biggie, even just prior to 18-24 months of both of them brothers dying, yeah?
Right.
Queens and New York within the 5 boroughs was just a bubbling point, especially Queensbridge, the whole projects of Queens, because I have never known one project to create the ton of artists that it has.
That's a good point, bro. That's a good point. Yeah. You can't argue that point. I'm just saying.
Oh man, here go Jordan with this. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm putting respect on my name, man. Putting respect on my name, man.
Learn the smart. Okay. Who said zero, by the way?
Say that again?
What?
Did anybody see a zero before in the conversation? The artist from Houston?
Zero?
Yep.
I never heard of him.
No.
Well,
he from Texas, ain't he?
Yeah, yes. I'm a big fan of Houston hip hop, so I'm quite knowledgeable with that as well. Though,
I know about zero, but yeah, man, I don't know.
I feel like all of them got they turn in the spotlight on different music though, because right now I feel like we got it at the crib with the drill music though. We really opening up eyes like, man, look at this shit though. And at the same time, them young cats making that bag, trying to get out that jam though.
Yeah.
Because everybody else made music just for the money and, you know what I'm saying, to entertain people, though. When it come to that drill music shit, them dudes actually try to make some money, get the fuck out that jam.
Right.
They doing it for a cause.
Some of them,
oh, yeah, you already know. A lot of them,
money.
you already know some of them junkies. You already know.
Some of them, right. They just want some lane.
For real, that's facts. That's facts. And then you got the real ones. You got them real ones who got them kids and everything. They really trying to get out that jam, though. Then you got the junkies. They ain't no shit.
Right. Like what's his name? Famous Dex. I can't stand it. He from the crib.
Yeah. Every time I
that
think
nigga there, man, he went to
nigga,
Hollywood and just turned to a straight up heroin addict.
Yeah, I think that boy a few times. I always left that conversation and went on about my business because he the type of motherfucker I felt like, man, if I stay here too long, it's gonna be some bullshit. And I ain't bite my tongue
nigga
about
there,
shit.
boy. That nigga fell asleep on his live before.
Yeah, he did.
Look, dude was in the whip. Dude was in the whip before. And look, I'm talking about was in a whole conversation. Motherfucker look back, that dude slump. He got drool and shit coming out his mouth and some more shit like the fuck.
Yeah.
Like, man, drop me the fuck off, bro. You can let me out right here at the fucking train station, nigga. I'll make my way to the crib.
Yeah, Dex be on one.
Ain't no telling if dude ass OD'd in the motherfucking backseat or nothing, man. Let me the fuck up out of here.
Yeah, that boy gone, man.
But I'm not gonna lie to you guys, bro. Like, whereas y'all have, you know what I'm saying, those Chicago legends, I will never forget, what was it, 2008? A friend of mine said, you need to listen to this track from Hot Styles called Looking Ass Nigga. I said, oh, it's called what?
Yeah, that was some joke shit though. That was some joke shit. Then we had other states trying to take that, talking about they came with up with that. Man, we've been saying that shit. I'm talking about before I was born.
About 6 months later, it was Looking Boy on the radio.
We've been saying that.
We've been saying all that.
We'll walk around and see a motherfucker on the street and look at a pop can and talk, dude, man, you Pepsi can looking ass nigga on the real and keep it moving.
Right.
Railroad track nail spike looking ass nigga, we didn't care.
Yeah.
Little hoodie jacket wearing ass nigga.
Y'all getting the Chicago exclusive on the round table.
We did that.
Man, I'm talking about we've been doing it. Been doing it.
We been
that shit we came up with some new shit while they was doing that old shit.
Man, we came up with a bunch of slang.
And they took our
world
shit, threw it in they rap, made it their own shit. Like, damn, that's our shit.
You got every nigga in the world talking about ops now. That's old as hell.
Then a motherfucker, that shit, man. I remember motherfuckers saying that in the 80s when I was a short.
82 niggas talking about, look at y'all ops or what?
Then
y'all got to talk about
Hammer. That's
Nigga, we
crazy.
This is
made
some
up
history,
these.
people. You need to be listening
Seriously,
to this shit. This
4 people in the room
history.
right now. Y'all need to be paying attention. This is Chicago history right here.
Yeah,
'Cause-
everybody talking about ops now.
Hold up, guys.
Hell.
Guys. I'm very sorry to cut you off, yeah? But guess who's just stepped up in the room? Me and the milkman behind the bar. Big salutes, my brother.
Shit.
How
Salute
you
to me and the
doing, my
milkman.
man?
Behind the
Me and the
bar.
milkman, if you want to jump up on this live, bro, but
Who
by
the
all
fuck is the
means, just drop
milkman?
it.
Oh Lord,
Just drop the drop the hangouts, bro. We can come up in it, bro. It'd be lovely to have you
Who is the
on here, bro.
milkman?
Behind the bar, man, the
It's the
milkman.
dude. It's the dude about Biggie from the last time.
yeah.
Queen Flip, dude. Oh yeah, I
Nah,
know
man,
you
leave
talking
that
about.
Queen's
No,
Flip.
leave that shit
Nah. He's
alone,
family
nigga.
with this, man. Leave the
Damn.
Queen's Flip alone, man. Come on, he ain't no Queen's Flip, my brother. He's a
I've
cool
been on
guy,
his
man.
live. Hey, no, presence, no. I went on his live and tried to support him. He ignored me though. 2 times. I said, fuck it then, nigga.
I don't know. Shit.
Yeah,
come on.
recently, like 3-4 days ago, I went in his live. I was like,
family. Come on, OG, man. Come on,
no,
OG.
I'm serious. Man, I was in. Go look on this replay. You'll see me in the comment. That nigga ignored the shit out of my ass.
But he ignores the shit out of me, though. But you know what it is, though? Every time we speak, though, or every time he knows I'm here, he always gives you salutes, though, bro. Do you know what I mean?
And he does
Because
that.
Hey,
Yeah.
Jay.
He'll definitely
Jay.
have his segments and he'll shout the people out and he'll definitely read their comments in the section for real. What'd you
TT
say,
in the
KI?
building. TT in the building. That's my wife. She enjoyed live. Salute to my wife. I see you.
Salute, T. Salute. Thank you very much for joining in. Thank you.
Yes,
This nigga MC. Oh God.
You know, MC ain't got
I'm
no
saying.
filter, man. That's why we need him up in. He has no
I'm trying to
filter.
support him, bro.
Oh,
I went to support him though. How I'm hating him, I went to support him.
And you know what? That's their choice. That's their choice. We tell everybody. We all make choices. I mean, we ain't gotta. We don't hate on them or dislike them. I mean, we ain't gotta support you. We don't support.
He just said, "Hey,
supporting.
behind the bar." Just said in my chat, I didn't see. My bad, bro. You just said that.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I've been trying to support him and get on that beat and all that. He's like, fuck this nigga. But he probably ain't see me though, honestly. Cause that Mike dude's in there talking to him again. That same little crackhead dude from the other night.
Man, shut up, you MC Hammer looking motherfucker, because that's what behind the bars just told you.
There you go. Damn.
What you say?
He said, listen, behind the bar said, I'm busy with 10 windows open. ... Sorry, MC Hammer.
Damn.
Because I know exactly what he's referring to, because it's the little picture Eva always seen. Your ugly Mr. P forehead looking ass picture as well, though, MC. You know what I'm saying?
Man, whatever, man. You hate.
And bro, don't be kicking my ass in states like that again, like you did last night.
Hating,
Bro. Come on, now.
He got on
I'm just
big
ribbing with you, bro.
Salute. Oh my God. Way off topic. What the hell?
See, this is what the round table's about, having a joke, man, and a good time. You know what I mean? Shit, man.
Look at MC, man.
That nigga
MC, bro.
That nigga Joy gonna get rid of my ass.
That nigga don't just
out of here.
That nigga don't just light the fire on the bridge. Nah, he want to blow shit up with dynamite, C4. God damn, MC. That's your new name.
I ain't doing
C4.
nothing.
I didn't want to blow up bridges. Salute to you, man. Salute. No, not at all, man. It's a family affair, man. Salute, because definitely like these hip hop topics, man, it's definitely the positivity needed in these YouTube streets. I know everybody want to hear the fuckery, the monkey shit, but at the same time, man, take some time out for the positivity and just have a hip hop conversation. You know what I'm saying? Agree, disagree, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just learn something at the end of the day. That's why I can just sit back and just let you brothers just talk, especially when it comes to that Chicago music. Y'all just gave the history of Chicago music. I'm telling you right now, and take it from somebody in the East Coast. The word op, you're absolutely right, MC. Salute to you for saying it, because it definitely did get mainstream, the word op.
Man, we've been
Let's
saying
be
that
honest.
forever, though.
Dude, we been hearing that and going by. They always, you a op, nigga could tell by how your head turned. They ain't seen you got an earring in your left ear. You a op? No. Nigga, why your hat
And
turn?
Right, and you knew when it was wartime because ain't nobody wore no hats.
Right. You a
Take
op,
that
nigga. They
leave
don't
that
know you a
motherfucking hat
op.
at the crib.
This 83, 84, 85, 9,
Wow.
2020. Niggas talking about, hey, you a op. Acting like it's a new word. Nigga, we been doing it.
Shit.
So,
The first time I heard it was in that Will Smith movie. No, was it Will Smith? Shit with Gene Hackman and shit. He was chasing and them dads. Yeah, what? Yeah, it was Will Smith.
Will Smith.
That damn movie he was in and shit.
Need money?
Damn.
He said,
shit. They was following his ass and shit.
Oh yeah, I know
Two
the
white
one you
guys
talking about. Right.
Two white guys were chasing them all over the damn place and shit.
What was the name of that mother apple?
That was the first time I heard the word that damn used like that.
So could I ask my OGs this, please? Yeah. Do you guys, you know, like with the day and age of how words are being
What you
reused?
trying to get?
Hold on, bro.
Nothing.
Would you, for instance, right? I'll use a little Yaki, yeah?
Spend all that,
You know when he came out and said broccoli, yeah?
Damn it.
Just said I need some. Anyway, man, yeah.
Sorry, 2 seconds. Oh, yeah. I just need to ask you the OGs a question. You know how, like, for instance, Little Yachty come out with broccoli, the song, yeah? But we all know that's a Bay Area slang word for marijuana, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah?
I'll let y'all answer that. I don't know nothing about no Lil Yachty.
No, I'm just talking about the words, bro. I just want to ask you, like, as you as OGs being from what you've come up with. And
hey, I ain't gonna lie though. Hey, listen. Hey, sir. I can't even lie. The first nigga I heard say broccoli in like 90 was E40. That's where I got it from.
That's where I got it
from as well.
I got it from E40, man. I give him the crown on that. He came up broccoli long ago.
Man, E40 is the book of slang. Do you know he's got his own dictionary published?
Hell yeah.
I need to find a goddamn copy of that, bro, because E40, since I did the very first song for E40, yeah, and bear in mind, I'm in the UK, yeah, I heard on a compilation CD from Jive Records, right, was Dusted and Disgusted.
Man, that's my shit. I'm just bumping that shit. Matter of fact, I was just bumping, what's the motherfucking song?
Which one? Is it from the album, bro? Because that album is classic in a major way.
Yeah. That's Magma, E40 and Pac. Yeah, that's it. I was just bumping cold-hearted bitches. Dusted and disgusted. What y'all want to do?
I heard that in 1994. The very first track by E40 was that, bro. When I heard that type of slang, I was just like, right, Snoop Dogg's went and re-brought it out. This person brought it out. This is what I'm resorting to. Like, for instance, you guys were saying op was used in the 80s and grown up and things. Do you feel any disrespect when you hear these youngsters saying, oh, but I've made up this word? Or do you just shrug it off and say it is what it is? I'm just asking.
Say that again. I had a dog barking. I couldn't hear you.
For instance, you know how you were saying op was used in the 80s, yeah? And now it's being used now. But you know how you got youngsters saying, oh, but I have made this word up. Do you feel any disrespect from being from the streets in the era of when you were there using that word when the youngsters see this? Or does it not bother you?
I mean, it don't bother me. I just hate the way they think they just made it. Well, it don't really bother me.
Like clout. The word clout. I heard No Limit using that shit back in 95.
Clout old as hell, but now niggas rebought it out, remixed it.
And
want some clout.
Garbage though.
Man, it's a rapper named Clout Lord or something. From back in the days, I'm serious, man. The Clout Lord. Man,
Clout Lord, wow. I know I've heard that word before. Like, I definitely, when I heard it becoming mainstream, I'm like, that's interesting. Because I've heard the word before, but it was definitely like not as common as it is now.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Everybody
you know where Clout came from, the game? back when we used to sell dope in the 80s, man, they talking about get your clout and your clientele up. That means all the customers know you. That's where it came from.
Salute to MC.
MC.
Salute to
Could you
MC.
just, sorry guys, MC, could you just say that again, please?
Clout came from back in the 80s when you selling dope, and that's short for clientele, clout. So you know what I'm saying? When you selling, niggas pull up, I want his. You got the clout.
In that order.
Now these niggas talk about, oh, clout. You trying to get some clout, I'm gonna clap you, all that. I'm gonna clap you. I got this bang on me. I got this thumper, man, but E40 got a lot of slang, but Chicago made all the gun slangs. I swear to God, we did.
Yeah, thumper, hammer.
Nigga, we made all of them.
Man.
Itchy, thumper, sword. Nigga, come on, man. Nigga still don't know what sword mean.
Hey, it was even a time we called the motherfucking. Hey, it's even a time where we called the motherfucking thumper a motherfucking Smitty. Man, grab a Smitty.
Right, a Smitty. A sword, that was my favorite. Grab that sword, Joe. This car
mine was
back.
that Smitty though, man. Hand me that Smitty from right there.
Give me that Smitty. Give me that Itchy. Give me that thumper.
That burner.
Give me that burner. Give me that hammer. Give me that tool.
Give me that banger. All that shit.
Thing though.
Hey, that thing was that shit though.
Give me that
now
thing.
You got the thing on you. Hell yeah.
Man, you got the thing on you, motherfucker. Still don't know what that shit mean right now today.
Hell no.
I got that thing.
I could probably
now they say a mop or a
I ain't gonna see it. Yeah, I can probably guess what you boys mean by the bang bang though, but I ain't stating on that though. Yeah.
Don't nobody say bang.
No, but I know what you mean by the different. Well, no, but I can understand for like different terms though, because for instance, you got your different categories of guns though, haven't you? You got your assaults, you got your shotties, you got your nines, do you know what I mean, bro? But in street slang, if you're talking like that, I know what you're gonna say though, bro. Do you know what I mean? But in day-to-day knowledge, people ain't gonna know that though, bro.
That's
why the phonics and the slang and everything though. Do you know what I mean?
That's why. That's why. Only thing I hate about Chicago, that cold of silence, man. These niggas won't you know if they talking about now, because the internet popular now. So back then, nigga, everybody, all the brothers like K, me. Everybody now said name is T. Everybody got the same name.
In that order, TLP.
AT, what up, T? What up, T?
That was everybody's name. And
everybody named T, nigga.
And if you was on the east side, your name was P. What's up, Pete? Shit, what's good with you, Pete?
That's why it's called organized crime in Illinois.
Hey, that was everybody's name. Look, we looking for T and we're looking for P. Shit, that's all that's out here. Fuck you, man. What you looking for P for?
Hey, nigga be in the back of the police car talking about, man, that Itchy over top of the thing.
All on camera and say they still didn't know what the fuck about.
They don't know what you talking about. But
and motherfucker move that shit before they can move.
Yep. Like, man, grab that Itchy for me, man.
Yeah, but clout, when we start really like putting it in order, you know what I'm saying? Before these youngsters took that shit and turned it into an empty ass word, that shit goddamn was about influence and power. And it was especially in politics or business on the real.
Yeah,
it was just like MC was just saying, man, that shit was about politics and fucking business. And both of them ran hand in hand in the street.
Man.
Cause you got street politics. I ain't just talking about that shit what we see with these motherfuckers and then governments. No, it's governments on the street though. It used to be.
Just like money. Niggas say scratch.
Hell yeah, that paper, that dust.
Give me that scratch, give me that bread, give me that moolah, that dough.
Now you say dust, motherfucker, think you talking about a powder to put up your nose.
Damn, Skippy.
Niggas talking about ducats.
Hell yeah.
Give me that bread, Joe. I need that bread, man.
Or walk up on a motherfucker, hey man, what's going on with that change you owe me, man?
Hell yeah, that change.
Yeah,
nigga, give me that change.
Well, let me see this though. Let me see this then. If I see it you, KI and OG and MC, yeah, I'm gonna go to the kitchen and cook a bird. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, though, bro?
Hell yeah, and I get it. Look, and this how we came with it, man. You get a motherfucking good deal on the motherfucking them chicken meals, man. What the fuck? Motherfucker be like a chicken meal. A chicken meal, what's that? Nigga, you just said you cooked the bird. Can I get me a good deal on goddamn it a chicken meal, nigga? If you cook the whole bird, nigga, what the fuck?
And then I'm gonna tell you what else. We the king of slang at. Heroin, nigga. When we was selling heroin, we said,
man,
we got that
educational
boy.
purposes only.
We got that boy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? We got that boy.
I'm
or
trying
that
to
girl,
quick as
nigga.
hell, though.
Coke is girl, boy is
And
heroin.
heroin all day long.
Niggas don't know what that is.
And then motherfuckers be like, what type of candy you looking for?
Right.
Hell no, I don't know
Looking
what
for
that
some
is. I ain't hear none of this shit.
Man, I'm talking about, we had that shit going so cold though. And it took real life, and excuse my language on both panels, it took real life fuck niggas to tear that down. Cause a lot of them dudes started getting talking who you thought was hitters, got behind them closed doors and was crying like little girls that wet their pants in front of a stage door on the real. Man, it was such and such. You say if I tell you this, my deal is what? You gotta protect me and my family. Like, wow, you weren't thinking about that shit when you was telling though, nigga. Fuck wrong with you?
Man.
We live in an age where snitching is okay. And I come from an age where shit, like they say, snitches get stitches. And a lot of them, they just get stitches, though. They wish for stitches.
Yeah. Nigga get their whole motherfucking house
dog and goldfish too.
Hey, MC. Hey, MC.
The game ain't fair.
Green light, blackouts. Come on, man.
Man, all that.
And they was like, what's a green light? That's like a stop sign, right? Yeah, if that's what you want to call it. A blackout, damn shit. A blackout, that's everybody shit.
I thought that's what a blackout do, but if a green light is what I think.
Everybody. Like if
so
they ain't down with us, man, we going for a blackout. That's everybody who out there.
God,
and then a green light just on one person though.
What
I voted that one a long time ago.
Hey, not you, K. I know you know. What if I said you got a head to toe? So what you gonna think that mean?
It's a wrap.
What if I tell you got a head to toe?
With a time limit on
it. You got 2 minutes head to toe mandatory. What that means, sir?
2 minutes head to toe. If you're saying it like that, I would either see a jump in or a beat down.
Head to toe. Head to toe.
No cover up.
That means you get hit anywhere from the head to the toe. You can't cover up, nigga.
No cover.
Beat down, for the whole. It's see, but with you saying that as well, though, that was what I learned from that was for like how gangs were initiating people.
Nah, that's when you fuck up and violate the law.
Hell yeah, get your ass beat the fuck up.
Do some shit. That's you got 2 minutes head to toe.
Literally get beat the fuck up on the real. You better hope they ain't got no heavy hitters in there.
Right. Major or minor. You get a major head to toe 1 minute. No cover-ups. That means you can't flinch or nothing. You gotta take it like a man.
You gotta take exactly. You did it like a man, not take it like a man.
But if you get a minor, you can get 2 minutes cover up. You can ball up
ball to the fetal position.
This is history,
all that shit, man. They took all that shit. They took the real street politics out of that shit. Took this shit to mainstream and turned it into they want to. Cause clout, like I say, man, they took that and made that an empty ass word. The clout loud not like no. There's no meaning behind it no more. Man, I'm trying to get all the clout. Instead of saying I'm just trying to get everybody, to follow me, support me, do this. That's what they, need to say instead of using clout, because clout don't go with that shit. Clout goes when, goddamn it, I'm out in the street. I'm well respected. I got a reputation or whatever. And people don't respect me out of fear. They respect me out of respect because I respect them back as a person and not your affiliation with none of this shit.
Hey, sir.
Yes, sir, MC.
Please tell me you know Gangsta Nip.
Why do you have to tell me about who the hell was one of the main creators of horrorcore music? I know who Gangsta Nip is, homeboy. Come on, homeboy.
Hey.
Man, that's South Park Coalition album, that very first album, bro. Because
come on, man.
Let me say something, right? I owe everything, right? And I know I'm saying it bad well, not in a good way, but from a later era, right? I owe to Little Flip for me knowing a hell of a lot more about Houston music, yeah? Because if I didn't know who Little Flip was, right? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Whatever southern shit I could get out here though. But remember when BET used to start coming out and they had the uncut videos and shit on it very late night?
Yes.
Well, our MTV every so often would do that. And I remember catching one of his videos on there, bro, and I actually went out and bought his album.
Yeah.
Hey,
ain't Gangsta Nip a member of the South Park Coalition?
Yeah.
Or was? Okay, I'm just making sure we on the same. Yeah.
Still
And he
is.
came out with
Gangsta
that
terrorist.
South Park Psycho. That shit was crazy.
That's the album we're talking about, bro. That to me, bro, when I've gone back and done my research about the genre of horrorcore, yeah, because I tell you something, the horrorcore to me was all over the South, yeah, because I realized for me, bro, I love Memphis and Houston music a great deal. When I come to the South, I love Atlanta and New Orleans as well, but when it comes to those two, because I love how Memphis being the cultural city with the rock music, with the bubbling point of horrorcore developing, yeah, from all the samples like the Trigger Man and all of this, though, bro, yeah, with the emergence of Gangsta Nip bringing out horrorcore as what it is then, not what it is now, but what it was then in a ruthless phase. I would say horrorcore would not exist if it wasn't for Gangsta Nip.
So what's a good song of his? What's the
Go
number one
listen to the
song?
album, bro. Go listen to the album. I'm sorry, you just got to go listen to the album. It's one of those, bro.
What's it called?
Because when I listen,
he got
South Park Psycho.
got two albums. He got Reporter from Hell and South Park Psycho, but South Park Psycho one of the best.
South Park Psycho was his very first album, Jordan.
Jordan ain't gonna like that though.
No, but it's going to be a good introduction, though, because what it is, though, and I ain't going to lie, and I'll support Jordan with this, right? The last 10 years, there's been a big emergence within horrorcore music again. Do you know what I mean? In the way that it is, from like the way that we all know what it was, though. Because when I question people, when they go about the music about Memphis, yeah, they leave out Spanish Fly. They leave out DJ Zirk. They leave out DJ Sound. They leave out the Fraser Click. They leave out DJ Zirk. Too Thick Family. Because if it wasn't for these people, we wouldn't know who the fuck 8-Ball MJG are. Number one. Do you know what I mean? If you want to go this deep, I'll tell you something, right? We wouldn't know who the fuck 3-6 Mafia were, because 3-6 Mafia stole everything from them.
See, Sub, you doing it again, man. You teaching, man, but you just skipped a major guy, man, that was pumping way harder than these niggas, man. Before these dudes even had a name. You know what I'm saying, man? You know Tommy Wright was pumping way before these dudes.
Yeah, but bro, fuck Tommy Wright first and foremost, right? You know what the fuck I start with him, right? Fuck him, right? The little rat-ass bitch that motherfucker. No, let me tell you something, right? Let me tell you something.
That was a major piece, man. They even made a
bro,
movie
he was a
on
major piece of the arsehole to go rip people off like fucking Death Row and Ruthless did, bro, but he fucked over the wrong people. No disrespect, bro. You know what I mean? I know you love and I respect where you're coming from with Tommy, bro. Nah, man.
That's the brick. That's a piece of the brick of the trap music, man. The crunk music. That's a brick. That's a huge brick.
Gangsta Pat's very first album is as well, bro, because it came from Atlanta, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, Pat was hot, but he wasn't as hot as Tommy right now.
But the thing is, though, bro, I'm not being funny, though, bro. I kind of support Tommy Wright, bro, after what I learned about him, bro. I did, because he did sort of show me who the Manson family were and some other pieces that I needed to learn, bro, right? But I ain't being funny. That Manson Family Helter Skelter album is a classic album, but it should never have came out because he stole the goddamn tapes, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
I'll tell you the story. I'll tell you the story, bro. You know little Jack from Manson Family, yeah? Jack the Ripper.
Yeah. Yes.
He is the creator of the Manson Family. Manson means many artist names spoken other names. Right? They took the persona of Charles Manson, the whole horrorcore side, right? You tell me in West Memphis, Arkansas, going over to Memphis as well, bro, who was doing it then, other than Tommy Wright. Because you got to remember, where the fuck did Tommy Wright get his idea from, bro? Because if you look at that man, he's not smart.
He wasn't a man. This boy was 14, 15 years old.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. He took something and ran with it that he doesn't do. To me, he doesn't.
When y'all go punch this dude up, man, this dude started off real young, all by himself, man. I mean, in his bedroom, he was cutting these shits in his bed. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
What you call it? Basically, if you seen the movie Hustle and Flow, this is the dude with the perm. You know what I'm saying? It basically gave Memphis that sound. Because I mean, as far as the DJ itself, as far as lyrically, MC and everything that they doing right now should be I mean, they need to be looking at him for everything that's all out now, and you're gonna see how he did it compared to what they're trying to do, including a lot of these new Memphis rappers that came out. 3-6 Mafia and all of them to me was a disgrace coming from Memphis after you hear this. DJ Paul was with him back then. Lil Chat was with him back then. It was a lot of dudes running with this dude back.
The game, I'm sorry to cut in, but with what you just said, yeah, I was ashamed of spending a hell of a lot of money buying 3-6 Mafia albums after I learned about Tommy White, bro. Because like I'm going to reference, bro. No, I'm going to reference this, and the game will probably back me up. There was artists that Trigger Man song, bro, that come out, bro, yeah, by Spanish Fry, was such an influence, right? DJ Paul and them weren't in on that shit when they were the backyard posse, bro. We know that, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When they went over to Tommy and then ran with it, though, but what they did was, though, they stole from the, as I said, DJ Sound, bro, DJ Zerk, Squeaky. All of these are still pivotal people within the movement of Memphis that are long forgotten about.
You said he took the beats.
They took the ideas and the beats, because for me, bro, right, I wouldn't understand horrorcore as much as I would do now if it wasn't for the introduction from 3-6 Mafia in the 90s, bro. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I've got to understand what the genre is, and when I go back, bro, I didn't know that, though, did I? I was just listening to what was out, bro, but when I done my research, bro, I spent hundreds on 3-6 Mafia albums, bro, in the record label, bro.
The choreograph for their music was perfect. That's why it sounded good. But other than that, it was some way harder street shit that was knock your speakers out the damn walls. You know what I'm saying? Before them. And actually, it was still going at the same. He was still going at the same time, but he stayed in the underground of Memphis while they was pumping hard and stuff, tear the club up and all that stuff. He was doing his own thing. Still.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, what I didn't appreciate about Tommy, though, right, is what he did to Manson family. Because when I started like going back, bro, because I've got a playlist on my YouTube, bro, of old Memphis stuff, bro. So I've heard all the Noid stuff, the Brother Creep stuff, or Ramsey, the Great, all of this lot, bro, yeah? There was a lot of potential. And especially what I found, the Manson family were probably the most stronger side of it that deserved a shine, bro. Right? But the way the album came about, bro, especially from the way Little Jack said, and I'll send you the documentary, bro, about it as well, because he does not speak his name, right? He basically, Little Jack's a bit like us. He's wary of his surroundings and he sees things for what it is, yeah? And what happened was, Tommy Wright came up to him and mentioned a song title that he hadn't released yet, and he obviously took a step back. Do you know what I mean? And basically, that Manson Family Helter Skelter album was stolen from Little Jack. Everything on there is actually unauthorized by Little Jack, especially because what was happening was with Maceo and everybody coming up with the production, it was all done together.
Yo, so
and when
my bad, go ahead, Sub.
And with that, bro, he stole all the rights, all the credits, and everything, and that just put me off an artist. Well, Tommy especially, because I'm thinking, hang on, if you've got your record label, you're doing this for your family, the 10 toes down, the criminal. Do you know what I mean, bro? All of that. Why did you just fuck over the Manson family? What will probably have exploded you to that worldwide domination or force that you've been wanting? Because, bro, if you go back and listen, yeah, that album, now since I've heard it, is better than a lot of the 3-6 Mafia albums I've heard.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know it existed till last decade, bro. I ain't, bro. Seriously, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know though. Do you know what I mean, bro?
Since that movie Hustling Flow, a lot of his stuff just shot up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? It's like I guess the people in that region know who the hell that movie was talking about, and they just started. I just started seeing them pumping online and stuff, and I'm like, yo.
Yeah, so
Man.
I just listened to a little bit of that gangster nip, bro. What? My man was talking that shit, won't he?
Hey, back then though, nigga. Back then, my goodness, that shit was hard. This nigga talking about eating people.
Yeah, I'm listening to South Park Psycho. I'm like, yo, what the hell?
Crazy, man.
Now go hit that Tommy right the third, man.
Hey, y'all. Before we go a little bit further, I see T still in the room. T, you got something you want to add to this?
Who in there?
Tandra.
Oh yeah.
She in the room.
What up,
She been here the whole time.
Yeah, she on she been on the hangouts with us. I'm just trying to see if she got something to add though.
She ain't gonna speak. She got a mute button on.
I don't ran 2 errands and everything. She sat there and didn't say nothing.
I ain't saying nothing. If they gonna put MC on the panel, I'm definitely not saying shit. Fuck him. Fuck that MC nigga. Where my boo at, man? I need Eva to come in this motherfucker.
Look at you.
Let me go get my boo to come in, man. Hold on.
Ki, I gotta ask you a question, Ki.
I'm listening.
What was your first impressions of Outkast when you heard Southern Player Cadillac music for the first time, bro?
What you talking about, Outkast?
The very first album, bro. What was your impressions of Outkast after hearing that album, bro?
Classic in the making.
Woo! Say that again, bro.
Classic in the making. I told you 3 Stacks is in my top 5 of being top rappers though. When I first heard 3 Stacks, I'm like, that boy right there got something going on. And then when I heard him on some solo shit, and like I say, even with him and the entire Duns' family though, I always had my pick was 3 Stacks. Don't get it wrong, Big Boy definitely was a contributor to that. But without Big Boy, we wouldn't have no Outkast.
I ain't gonna even lie. When I first heard it, I thought they was trash. Then when I sat down and listened to it,
man,
I was like, damn, this Andre nigga cold.
Cold as hell. I keep telling people 3 Stacks is one of them dudes.
He definitely one of the greatest, definitely for sure. Like
told you, that man is in my top 5. Even Redman in my top 5 though, and that's 100.
I'll give you Redman, bro. I'll give you Redman, bro. I'm a big fan of Redman. Oh man, not many people speak on him, bro.
But T, you got something you want to add to this though? We trying to see what's going on with you.
For real. Anything you want to add?
Because if not, we can open that line up to somebody else though.
Let's go.
There she go.
Sorry, I was doing something.
Hello,
I was just listening in.
We don't want to get you a part of the conversation.
You don't want to talk? What's your name, girl?
Shut up.
Hey, who is you with them eyes? What's your name?
Man, shut up.
Oh, all right, sorry, baby. I'm just trying to get to know you.
Yeah, never see, man.
Oh, shit. Who's old girl y'all got on the panel with them eyes, man? What's her name, Queen? What's her name, Queen or Pretty Eye?
Lord have mercy.
You want to add something to the conversation?
Anyways, what was your guys' favorite female group back in the 90s?
Could you define group? Could you define group as in 2 or more, or what though? Because I can consider females
more than one would be a group.
More than one.
More than one would be a group.
Total.
Was Total?
Shoot.
Oh shit.
Oh, you talking about singing groups?
Or rap, either or.
Rap. I gotta give props to the old school. I'm stuck in the old school, like our uncles in the '70s and shit. God there go. So I would probably say, God there go. Roxy and Shantae is very overlooked.
Agreed.
As far as a female artist, Sister
I think
Soldier
MC Light is as well.
Agreed.
is
Sister Soldier was a savage.
Agreed.
boy, yes sir. Which call
I definitely know
for some
about her.
reason
Sister
Queen
Soldier
Latifah
was
don't really.
savage.
Queen Latifah usually don't fit in my top females at all because it's like she totally redirected herself from where she came from as far as what she was talking at first to where she went. It's like I think she turned the whole culture of girls half gay and shit, and they walk around bull back in their ass. So, you know what I'm saying? But they think that shit's sweet. But Salt and Pepper go up in there. They was pretty alright. JJ Fad and shit like that. MC Light.
And mine would have to be Salt and Pepper.
Mia X was definitely overlooked.
So T, since you're in here, let me go ahead and ask you the question that I asked everybody earlier, right? So if you had to pick a '90s R&B artist, who would be your favorite '90s R&B artist?
R&B?
Yeah.
Men.
Say that again?
Boys to Men were my favorite.
Boys to Men.
Back in the 90s.
Okay.
I would say Joe.
Joe.
I would have to say Joe. Yeah, man, that first track, man, he came out with, man, I was like 15, 16, man. I was up in the strip club and shit out there in Chesapeake and shit. Yeah,
Tony, I'll tell you something though. I'm just thinking right now. I gotta say for myself though, even though I'm not a big fan of R&B, I would say Casey and JoJo.
Yeah, before the alcohol.
Yeah,
they were.
Yep, Casey and JoJo when they were together did some powerful goddamn songs, even with the Death Row stuff as well. Jesus.
I agree. Hey, Sub, just to let you know, bro, I'm gonna end this live stream since this is a roundtable discussion, bro, and you're definitely a part of it, bro. I'm gonna end it when you feel like, you know what I'm saying, you're ready to get off and whatnot.
Well, I'm chilling for now, though, bro. Don't worry about me. I'll let you know. I've still got at least a couple of hours, bro. I was asleep till this afternoon because my stomach was bad last night, bro.
Gotcha, man. So yeah, all right, that's what's up. That's what's up. Well, shit, yo, Game, I gotta ask you a question, bro, because you definitely seem like, you know what I'm saying, you know your shit, right? Like, when, in your opinion, as far as like everybody knows their shit, but like as far as the moment that you went, I can't do this no more, as far as modern hip hop, when was there what was the moment for you when you was just like, you know what, I can't listen to this shit no more?
About 03, 04, about 2004. So
was there a particular song or
no, it was just like it didn't feel the same no more, man. It was like I was like a huge No Limit man at that time, like
yeah,
all the way, even to see Murder, you know what I'm saying, through the millennium, 2002, 2003 stuff.
Same.
So, and it was like everything else around hip hop seemed like it was going down in another direction. To me, like Jay-Z and Bun B, Big Pimpin'. From that song, it seemed like that's when hip hop really started losing its momentum to me.
That's interesting,
man.
I
can agree to disagree with you on that, OG, though, because you got to look at the flip reversal, right? Because back in the day, I will always thank Jay-Z for putting UGK on, yeah, because I've been a fan of UGK since the 90s, right? But let me see this.
They didn't need that Negro to put them on, man. That dude, they already had their own lane, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the thing is, though, I can understand, right? UGK were known well around the South, bro. I know that from what I've heard, bro.
They're known throughout the Midwest.
But see, though, this is things I don't know. But for instance, every artist sometimes wants to be known on a worldwide platform, yeah? Okay, because I understand the struggles that the South had to get, you know, like the mainstream attention that the East was having, what the West was having through the 90s and things, because I always love when Andre said, you'll see the South one day. Because we saw it play in front of us, didn't we? And it's still being dominated today. Would you say the influence of like DJ Screw Guy and then obviously...
to me that
Sorry, OG, do you think the death of DJ Screw and then the popularization of the drug culture and influence coming to the mainstream, do you think that possibly created an issue with you and diverted off? Because obviously I feel as if you're talking about the substance of the music.
Yeah, I'm talking about the substance of the music. You know what I'm saying? It was like that. That was like right after. That was probably like 2 years after Biggie and Pop. I would say 1999, somewhere around there, 98, 99. You know what I'm saying? Everything that kind of shifted to the south at that point because you had Pastor Troy. You know what I'm saying? That real hard track, and then the year before that you had Master P make him say, "Oh." You know what I'm saying? That blew open the whole door, and a lot of people.
Hell yeah, you had your Nellies and all types of shit popping out.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. That was a big gold tank, boy. It blew open a big hole in hip hop.
Yeah, the Nelly, the Saint Lunatics, all of them just started coming out the woodworks when the South had the mic.
You know what I'm saying? So I always look at that was the momentum shift to me. Always there at that point, Pastor Troy and Master P with those two tracks they had.
Then you had
which
from there,
are you talking about?
Like Swisher House popping up and everything.
Yeah, you got Swisher House, Beltway 8, OG1C, and everybody. But the Pastor Troy song, are you talking about vice versa, bro?
Well, I'm saying you can
that what's called that first track that shit fuck what you say got that you know what I'm saying, that Georgia shit, the Georgia anthem.
I never heard it until I heard the song that I just said, bro. Because again, I never knew about him.
Ain't no more playing or something. I think that's the name of it. Ain't no more playing GA or some shit.
See, because one
that
thing
shit ripped through the whole South. That just wasn't even Georgia. That was the whole South.
My boo ain't in there, man.
The one thing that I like, though, bro, what I would say is, though,
nigga C is in there.
Seeing the crunk phase come out in the early millennium was good. Because I enjoy, because like again, I love club hip hop music as well, right? Seeing that crunk era, do you think left a good stain on hip hop or a bad one with the way hip hop is today?
I mean, it's a bad stain now only because it wasn't no resistance on. Listen to, you know what I'm saying? Now it seems like the options are very limited because everything do sound the same. It's just we ain't in control over that because it's about what we supporting. That's what's making them get their money. You know what I'm saying? If we know that they can do better, because a lot of these rappers are good rappers today. To me, they just underachieved. The things they could be talking about, it could be saying. You know what I'm saying? So if we starve their ass a little bit, maybe they might get the picture, man. It's time to pull up the people who's really trying to say something. You know what I'm saying? Real lyrics. We don't give a fuck about how good it is, goddamn, as long as it goddamn makes sense. But we don't hurt me, big, you know what I'm saying? Goddamn MC, we don't been around this shit for a minute. We know some real MC. You know what I'm saying? Most of this shit, boy, my damn little cousin, boy, he about 5 years old in this room. He can do some of this shit they saying right now.
Easily though, on a real, easily do that. And like Big Bro Gang was just saying though, man, with this they did it with no resistance, man. They do all this shit and don't nobody get no resistance to this shit. For real. Ain't no resistance to none of that shit no more.
Hey, Eve, get on the panel,
like
baby.
they get washed over.
Oh man, get on the panel, boo.
They
Talk to
just get
my
over
baby.
that nobody hear them and shit, man, because of the popular music. You know what I'm saying? The popular music is running everything, in which it ain't the popular music. Us, the old school, allow a lot of this stuff to happen too. You know what I'm saying? We the ones who started calling MCs old and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And probably make a lot of these MCs feel that they can't come back. But when we have other genres of music, you had Patti LaBelle and all these people cutting records still to this freaking day. You know what I'm saying? We the only people say that you can't get better with your poetry when you get in your 30s and 40s. You know what I'm saying? Hell,
That
or maybe
almost sounds
50s.
extinct. Good God, MC, a wordsmith, like all those words.
That's
Like
saying Maya Angelou couldn't write what she was writing damn at 70-something years old. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Hey, I got a question. This off the subject just real quick. How many people can we hold at a
With more
time on
life
this hangout?
experience and shit, you got better things to write about. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, to be honest with you.
I'm just saying, because if we can get if this only holds 6, I'm trying to see, since T ain't got really nothing to say in the comments or nothing like
Right
that. Evil might want to get on and give a woman's point from what we talking about though.
Yeah, I don't know how many it holds actually.
Better get on there. 10 people could be on there.
Okay.
I'm just making sure because I see faces up on here and microphones turned off and shit. It's like, what's the point though? So we trying to establish something, get something going, man. We're gonna have a panel with people up on here. We're gonna need to hear input from everybody, man. That's just my opinion. I mean, I don't know if that's how y'all feel about it. That's how I feel.
Man, big.
No, I definitely want to get everybody's opinion on here though. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is the round table at the end of the day.
Yeah, round table. Get my boo up in here.
Yeah.
So I try to say
how
stuff,
many
but
eyes?
yeah.
How many names?
Let her
Half the
talk.
time I don't realize my microphone's off.
Where did that come from, man?
So you
Voice
said
from the
something, I was like,
sky or
oh
shit.
You know something? I've just got to say, guys, the reason I've gone quiet, yeah? I'm going to state this right now to everybody, right? The No Limit Records catalog from 1995 to 1999 is owned by Beats by the Pound.
Man, you already told us.
Yeah, because the reason I'm stating it live, I've just listened to this, right? Some guy, I'm just trying to teach him, right? I put in a comment a long time ago about the fact that he lost his masters, right? And I've just had to go and clamp somebody up. This guy just put up to me, right? No, Beats by the Pound do not own the rights to this movie, although he did lose a lot of classic stuff from the Hurricane. He sold his catalog to Universal decades ago, but still gets publishing on all his records. That BBTP narrative was a lie. No, it isn't, because the reason No Limit Records is still in existence is because of Beats by the Pound and that video. And if nobody believes me, I'll drop the video link for you to have a look at. Because I'm sick of this, sick of telling people this.
Who is it? A sub?
It's just some guy. It's just I'm proving a point though, because people are trying to see that it's this, that, and the other, yeah. And this guy's saying though, but I've seen a video for a goddamn long time by Moby Dick, who is 1/3 of Beats by the Pound, right? Because what happened was, he is right. He did go sell the catalog, right? But what happened was he wasn't paying publishing to Beats by the Pound and stuff. But because they were creating the music and the contracts were fucked over with, they had a right to sue and go get the catalog back, and that's what they did. And when we got the reissues back in the last decade, in the last 15 years, it's because Beat by the Pound have reissued them. Because at the time, what a lot of people didn't know was Snoop Dogg was one of the presidents for one of the departments of Priority Records. Because when you go back and look at the remastered and reissued, it says at the top, USDA. It's United Snoop something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but Snoop Dogg reissued them.
Okay.
Isn't it Distribution Association or something like that?
What it is, Priority Records. What happened was with the deal, it was I think it was what was it? The game 80-20 or something split, yeah? That P got for the publishing. It was something like that. It was a really good publishing distribution deal. What happened was when you were signed to a contract, right? For instance, if we all work together in a music team, right? We all get paid our royalties, right? I get paid for my instrumental, right? Okay? But it's different, right? Because that's my royalties, right? But yous with being artists, you get paid your royalties, right? There's two ways of doing it, yeah? You can do it all by yourselves as well to get another set of royalties, as well as mine. And then what I can do on top of that is create it as a group royalty as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When a contract, when this sort of thing comes in, because what it is, when you are signed to me, right, I expect X amount to be done from you guys. And what you are doing is you are signing what you are doing to me for me to pay you back from, and it's only a small percentage. But when, as you've seen with Beats by the Pound, for 4 years they were living in a studio and created all that catalog. What basically, in my eyes, created the No Limit era.
I can see it.
To what it is, to what it is. Why, when you've worked your arse off 24 hours, 360, 24/7, 365, to only get 1% payment per track or 0.1% of a payment or something, when you should be getting 20, 30, 40%, 50, 60, 70%.
But shit. But that's the reason why we don't hear a lot of older MCs now and shit from back in the days and shit, because they deal was opposite. They was getting the 20/80. You know what I'm saying? They getting 20% of the deal. And you can see how that turned out. You know what I'm saying? All the shit gone, they're gone. They just
All I
like
say
normal
is look
people
at
right
D
now.
Lasso. Look at what the hell is going on with D Lasso with Tommy Boy Records.
I haven't followed up too much on that one.
Well, basically, what happened is Tommy
I
Boy
wasn't a
just
huge
basically.
Taylor Swift fan.
I wasn't a big one though, but I really respected them. But basically, Tommy Boy shelved everything after they closed the record label. And now, because obviously we're in a digital era, everybody wants to make their P's, right? And get their money, no matter what it is, right? Tommy Boy will not release any catalogue from certain artists. So Tommy Boy and De La Soul are in a battle at the minute through the courts. So De La Soul can try and get that music back, as in own that publishing. Because what a lot of people have to understand is this, right? When it comes to any craft, when you go into the entertainment business, own what the fuck you do.
You better.
I do not care if you are working in a group of 5 people, right? I can teach all of you right now how to go out now, set up a record label, get your royalties, and get all your work protected on copyright. If I know that information, right, and I've got a family here who we're all doing the same thing, why the hell am I not going to pass that on to you guys for?
Isn't that a big reason why the whole Jay-Z and Dame they stopped fucking with each other? Like, didn't Jay-Z want the masses to reasonable doubt? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, because what it is though, as far as I can work out with that, right, it'll be due to the fact, right, Jordan, you're a nobody in the hip hop scene. I'm going to put $2.5 million behind you to go do this album. It's my album. You can get your royalties. I'm keeping the publishing. That's how I would look at it, bro. Because that's how I do look at it. Because Reasonable Doubt to this day is still, and I know I'm not a Jay-Z fan, right? It's still a classic hip hop album. Do you know what I mean? And it shouldn't be under key and lock of a little dispute like this, bro. Because at the end of the day, bro, people learn, right? And this is what I hate. If you go into something you don't know, you're going to get used and abused, especially on a contract, because this is where the 360s and bullshit come into. Because I would prefer myself, if I'm going to get into a 360, I still want my publishing.
Right.
I still want my royalties. I'm still going to go, I don't give a fuck, right, Jordan? If me and you broke up as friends, I'm still going to give you the masters. I'll give you a copy, but I'll say, you know what? You're contracted to this, bro. If you wanted to reissue it or whatever, give me a shout. We'll work a deal.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? But when it's coming down to deals though and stuff like this, right? The reason we see a lot of garbage now is because the quickness of 360s.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
99% of people, bro, best way to just break it down, yeah? iTunes, $1 a track, yeah? That's your 100%, right? Your 100%, yeah? Would you like 99% taken off you in one go? Or would you like the whole dollar in your back pocket, bro?
That whole buck.
Like, I remember we was talking the other night, and I definitely, like, I can see why, you know what I'm saying, these 19-year-olds, these 20-year-olds, like a Lil Nas X would, you know what I'm saying, would take a 360 just because they see that fast money, right? And they got a machine behind them doing all this shit. But you're right, bro. They're going to look down the line maybe 10, 15, 20 years and be like, damn, I don't own my shit. At the end of the day, because if you sign a 360 deal, you're signing your rights away. You're signing your life away. Like
Lil Nas X.
They just figured a way. They just figured a way to get there going. They just figured a way how to goddamn going pimp your goddamn talent. That's all that is.
And Lil Nas X came out and tapped into a whole community there. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, QG is in the building. QG Philly 89. What's good, yo? What's going on?
What up, QG? What's up, little book? Get your ass up in the hangouts, QG.
Doing a round table,
man. Get in here.
Doing a round table, man. Because it might show that I've been live for 2 hours and 32 minutes, but we've been on this call a lot longer than that. So
yeah,
salute to the round table.
A minute. Salute to the round table.
All right.
But the call's been going on just shy of 3 fucking hours, guys.
I'm telling you, man. And I'm telling you, I had to like do a double take when I looked at my live time. I was like, oh shit, 2:30, 2 hours and 30 minutes. Damn. Salute though.
So now with contracts, are they basically letting publishers or record companies keep the masters?
Yes, it is though, because yes, it is though, because what publishing means is, right, when I'm saying I'm publishing myself, I am giving you something that I have created. I published that myself, right? Because there's 2 ways you can go about it. Okay? You can go publish yourself like these rappers were doing with the free mixtapes, yeah? Uncopywritten music, yeah? Or you can go down the legit route, as in publishing yourself, as in making sure you've got the right copyright, you've got the right way that you published your track on how to put it up on the internet and things like this, yeah? What happens is, right, a record label does that on your behalf. So they are entitled to take X amount and put you into situations, as in a 360 deal. They might come to you because what a lot of people don't realize within the music industry, you know that 1 million you get up front, you ain't going to see that again unless your ass is working 24/7, 365, and you're breaking bread within the first year. Because if in 10 years' time, if you do not own your material, what you're going to do, if for instance, yeah, you've been through the phase of gangster rap in the 90s, yeah, but there was a certain style that you did, right? And it's just re-emerged in the 2010s. You would love some of your older music possibly to come out or recreate to fit that time, right? How can you redo that if you gave it to a label?
It's true.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that's what it is. A label is a business. It ties you into their business structure and model. And this is why Master P was so significant, even for quite a lot of things, not even for hip hop or even for the black entertainment or culture, right? For business itself within music. I have still not to this day seen a guy pull off a deal like he did with Priority Records.
Yeah, man. But like I said, a lot of these younger artists, I noticed, like they're not really trying. Some are trying to be independent, right? Some are, but others just seeing that fast money. And like you were saying the other night, Big Bro, they have them big rackades, them fucking money stacks to their ear, knowing that whole shit is whole taxable. All that money.
And it be all the money they have in the world.
Right.
They ain't like they got some shit in the bank where they can go be like, I got this spin right now. No, that's all you got right now. You trying to show it off though. But when it's gone, then what you gonna do? You still owe these people music.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, man, like definitely ownership, but
I think
again,
a lot of them work themselves
The
together
game
with
ain't
too.
fair, boy. The game ain't fair.
Man, no.
it ain't fair. Because I'm really thinking it's a case of just getting older, growing up, and being more responsible. Because you will definitely see that owning your material, owning your stuff, owning your shit. That's
It's
the
definitely something you can fall back on.
Absolutely. As I get older, I see why Jay-Z made the decision that he made to get his masters for Reasonable Doubt. I see why. He wants to own all his shit, all his albums. He wants to own his masters outright, and I don't blame him for that. You get paid as an artist, you tour the world, you get your bread, and then, like you said, Ki, you get to fall back on the music that you made. You get to fall back on it.
I mean, you can even pass it on to other artists and make money off of them doing your song in their way.
Right.
Exactly, though, but because, like, for instance, when you go into the industry as well, right? For me to go sample a Tupac track, yeah, I'll probably only get 4 seconds, but I'll probably pay $250,000 for that, though, bro. Do you know what I mean? Just to use that 4 seconds.
Yep.
Right? Then I've got to think of, oh, by the way, Ki, I've got you as the producer. Yeah, you're charging me $250 every half an hour, yeah? So I'm looking at half a band an hour, yeah?
Right.
Then I'm thinking, Jordan, you're my engineer. You're charging me $2,000 an hour.
Yep.
And then I've got Tanja at the back. She might just be working in the office and helping out or whatever, but I've still got to build a pay for her. Do you know what I mean? But one track, people say, oh, but it takes 5-10 grand. Right. Let me tell you something. That one track where you may put 500 bands into it or whatever, right, could create you 50 million in a lifetime of royalty checks if you do it your damn self.
Yep.
What I mean is, I'll give you a classic example. Sir Mix-a-Lot. You don't hear him anymore, do you? I'll tell you why. Baby Got Back brings in probably 500 grand, maybe plus a year, just off royalties alone.
Did he? I know he wrote the track, but did he produce it too?
Yeah, he produced it.
All he did was sign up to a label to get it released.
Yep.
But he owns it though, but because he's living comfortably, because that song over the years has been used in television series, adverts, movies. That's the sort of thing. This is why ownership within music is pivotal. For instance, I know Daz Dillinger does a lot of music, right? But he technically doesn't have to, because you know the tracks he produced for Death Row and Tupac and everything. He can live comfortably every month just off the royalties from that.
Yeah, man. Like, that's ownership right there. Like, that's what I mean. Like, but I definitely feel like it takes a lot of responsibility to understand that, as far as, you know what I mean? As far as making sure that you own your shit, like the work that you put in the studio time, the hours that you put in performing that track in front of them. And let's be honest, I understand a lot of these rappers, a lot of these artists, they get their money on the road, right? They tour and shit, they do shows. That's how they get their money, let's be honest. But I'm just saying in general, as far as something to live on years down the road, like, you know what I'm saying, your guy Sir Mix-a-Lot, he's definitely a good example, like you said, of, you know, how you can make a track and eat off of it for life if you own it. You know what I'm saying? So I agree, man. I agree, but I wish a lot of the new generation would get that.
Yeah, but the only reason that they don't get it, though, no disrespect to my younger generation, right, though, it's because they sort of got a lazy attitude, because, like I was saying before we jumped on, it's all about the silver spoon and stuff. They expect it, though. Do you know what I mean? What I loved about the 90s was, when I'd sit back and learn, was the hustle and bustle that a lot of underground artists had to go through just to get that music heard. Do you know what I mean? They had to go, instead of 100%, they had to go that 115, 120% to get there, though. Do you know what I mean, Jordan? In that little drive, that extra 20%, 15% drive, it's not there for the youngsters. That's why the quick buck is there, is so quick for them to take. That's why they want everything there and then.
And that impulse control too.
True.
It has a lot to do with it, whether because
The only thing
they
you
don't see themselves probably having any money in the future because they can't hold on to it right then and there. But yet
Yeah, that's
you put a lump sum in somebody's hand and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be rich forever, and that's not
yeah,
the case.
yeah, and I respect you for saying that, Tandra, right? Though, because people don't know the value of money. They don't know that. Like, for instance, right? If I had 150 pounds sitting here right now, you know what I would go do with it? Invest in some land. I don't need no watch, car, anything to show off. I'll go invest land because I know when I'm 60, 70, yeah, I've got a windfall I can fall back on. Diamonds ain't going to be shit in 20 years. Gold ain't going to, do you know what I mean? All this materialistic life that everybody's been exposed to ain't shit.
And you
It
got
comes
all
and
these
goes.
dudes, and you got all these dudes want to go spend all their money on jewelry, rims, cars, and like, man, dude, you're leasing a house. You're not even owning that shit. And then when it's all said and done, your money gone. Then you got to go back and finish paying taxes. All that shit falls into play.
And even if they own the house, they don't own the land that's on it. And
exactly,
Tandra,
Go back a little bit. They're gonna spend that shit on their crew. They're gonna spend that shit on their homeboys instead of go spend it on a girl.
On some shit they can fall back on the real.
I'd much rather have $1 a day and struggle than it all right there in my lap.
These cats don't care, man. They spend that shit. As soon as they get that shit, they expect it to come back. Like, you supposed to invest in shit. You know what I mean? Like, if you go get some little dirt bond, some junk bond, invest in that shit, you know what's gonna go and what's not gonna go, man.
Yep. That's what I just noticed with a lot of them is they think that they got all the money in the world just because they were given, a lump sum right in front.
And that majority of that shit that these dudes be showing in them videos and all that shit, man, that be all they got to their fucking name.
And money don't last long. I mean,
yeah, now you gotta live. It's like this. You gotta pay to live, period, though. In order to live, you gotta spend money, though, or you gonna die. And when you did, is money still be spent on you to put you to your final resting place.
That's right.
So regardless, you literally have to pay to live.
You do. That's why I said I'd much rather have $1. At least $1 a day I could still eat,
Some you still got some in your pocket, but who go buy a pair of $10, $15, $20,000 rims and then ride up into an apartment building? A fucking dummy.
Yep. Exactly. That's who, a dummy.
I'm tired of seeing these motherfuckers, these new motherfuckers, these big gaudy chains and the big bracelets and the choker chains. I'm tired of seeing that. I'm just thinking to myself, why?
Look, and then when you get to seeing everybody with it, you realize, you know what? I see everybody with this shit. This shit cheaper than what the fuck I thought it was, though.
Right.
And but they make them pay that big money on it, though. Cause just like Gang was just saying, man, that shit, man, that shit trash, man. You can't fall back on that type of shit. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Take it to the pawn shop and pawn it, send it to the next motherfucker? They ain't finna give you what the fuck you spent on that shit.
Not at all.
You'll never see 100% return in that shit.
Right.
Right.
You got them dummies out there. You got them dummies out there that, man, I'm finna go get these rims. They cost 15, 20,000. Where you live at? Oh, I live in an apartment building up yonder. Like, huh? Fuck type of shit is that? You can take that 15, 20 and go put down on you a house and go from there. Or flip that shit. It is what it is.
Or go invest it in a business or some stocks or something to fall back on. No, even if you go put it like out here in the UK, we've got something called an ISA account, an ISA account. Yeah, we could put say 10,000 up in the bank. In every year, we get a certain percentage profit back from it. Do you know what I mean? So 10,000.
Yeah, you let your money pay you.
Exactly.
But they can't do it like that. No, did you just see such and such new chain? Man, I'm finna go get one to blow his ass out the water. Like, what are you competing for though? You should be happy for that man. if he got it like that. And why would you go compete? You gonna go get it because he got one. Like you ain't going to get it because you want it. You going to get it because this dude ain't got it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit be crazy as hell though. You gonna get you a piece of jewelry, get you a nice piece, maybe a watch or two, a ring, keep it moving. You don't need all that extra shit around your neck because it ain't gonna do nothing but draw unwanted ass attention. Because there be people like that run up on your ass and take that shit.
Especially someone that's starving.
So I'm trying to tell you, there's plenty of them in Chicago starving. You get caught with your shit hanging out, and they starving and they got it on. Man, you getting that shit took you. You better hope you walk away with your life because they will put a bullet in your ass.
Right. But that chain that you thought was so, you know what I'm saying, so shiny and whatnot. Yeah, the wolves. The wolves
I'm
come
gonna
get
tell you
that.
like this. Have y'all ever noticed when Snitch 9 was out and he was just out and about cruising? Y'all notice how he ain't never wear none of his jewelry like that? But if he doing a concert or he indoors with his mans in them, how he always showed that shit off though?
Yep.
The boys playing that shit smart because the motherfucker would run up on shorties would take that.
Yep. Real.
But you got these guys, oh man, I got 50 around my neck. Man, that shit catch the wrong ear. Guess what? You just became a target when they seen you was a target. Like, man, look at this old slick motherfucker here. Watch this. They ain't finna wear that shit. They finna go get rid of it as quick as they get because whatever they get off of is all profit to them.
Right. That's a fact. Shout out to Star Terrain. What he say the wolves gotta eat. He says more, but it's like that. The wolves gotta eat. At the end of the day.
I'm trying to tell you.
I never understood that whole let me flash everything I own. Because back when I was growing up, man, you got rocked for a pair of Jordans.
Them ain't even dudes asking for attention. Them dudes begging for attention. And when they get that attention, though, they ain't got that energy for that attention that's gonna come to them, though.
True.
We see it all the time. We see it all the time. These cats get their shit snatched at concerts. Some of them get ran up on in parking lots and all that. It's like all this tough shit you were just talking about on the internet with you and your guy. Why you and your guys falling under pressure and y'all robbed now?
Yeah.
That shit be garbage, man. That's what invest your money into that type of shit for what? Don't none be thinking about their kids right then and there. I'm finna go spend $100,000 on a fucking chain and a charm. And at the same time, I got 5, 6 damn kids. And I'm finna sit up here and let them start due to the fact that I wanted a fucking chain, man. Get the fuck out of here. I'll go buy me a $200-$300 ass, thin ass chain. Rock the motherfucker. Keep it moving. Guess what? That other close to 100,000, man, that can go toward schooling, clothes, all the bills paid, food that's gonna be in the refrigerator for this, gas for the motherfucking bucket. Like, I don't need no flashy ass car to rip and run for no motherfucking body. If I can get to point A to point B in this motherfucker, I'm gone.
That's a fact. They want to
fuck
get.
I'm gonna do with this car. What I'm showing out for. A lot of dudes go get that shit. And excuse me, ladies, and this is the truth. A lot of dudes go get this flashy ass shit to show off in front of these girls and to down they guys though, because it's a way to sneak this with your material items to your own guys though. I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Like, you rolling with me for a couple of $100 though, while I'm collecting a couple of thousand, maybe, you know what I'm saying, a few 10,000s, and you run around for a couple of $100 though. Like, wow, I'm still hungry though. You know what I mean? I'm out here, goddamn, putting my life on the line. I'm doing this. I'm watching you back and holding you down. But you give me $200-$300 like that's gonna satisfy my thirst. That ain't gonna even quench my fucking thirst. It's gonna make me thirsty than what I was now. And then you got, man, I'm gonna go ahead and go get this $50,000 chain. And your man just told you, man, I'm hungry, man. But you can go get your $50,000 chain. I'll help you get here, but I'm hungry. And it's like, I'm gonna throw you the scraps, in other words. And a lot of these dudes taking and run with it just so they can say they was with somebody who was a somebody. Come on, man. If you can't make a name for yourself off your own self, something is wrong with our society, y'all. Because we all got to help each other get somewhere in time. But at the same time, if I got to come up on here and be like, okay, I'm on here. Guess what? I got such and such on here. And we're going to roll like this. It's like I'm pumping me and this person up at the same time, and that'll help. But if I'm just going somewhere with somebody and they know I'm there and I'm a feature or whatever, something like that though, but they don't ever mention that person, man, that's a person they mans in them. Period.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be able to feel like somebody just said up in there, man. If you gotta feed the wolves, man, because the wolves stay hungry. They stay hungry.
Right.
Yes, I do.
Right about that shit.
Hey, y'all know that saying shit. You throw me to the motherfucking woods, I'm coming back leading the pack.
Right.
Man, look, you threw me out there to them. Guess what? I got an understanding with them. They know what's going on. I'm on the same thing they on. Now I'm finna lead this pack and we're gonna eat now.
Right. That's a powerful analogy right there. That's a powerful one right there. Throw me to a pack of wolves, I'll come out leading the pack.
I'll come back leading the pack.
That's
you better
powerful,
know it,
bro. That is powerful if you think about it.
Yes, indeed. You got to. It's either kill or be killed. In other words, and that's YouTube purposes, educational.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing like I'm saying go out and kill somebody, but y'all know the analogy to that.
Right.
If I'm hungry, you hungry, we both got a common goal, and you know what I'm saying? It's time to sit aside to the differences, our differences to the side, and make moves with each other. Like, you know what I mean? We never are going to always agree to the same things, though. That's what's known as having your own opinion and thinking for yourself. But if I come up on here and be like, you know what? I could pick this washing machine and this dry up at the same time with my fucking tongue. Y'all know that's a fucking lie. But if I say, hey, Jordan, a gang, a sub, a T, you know, and a whole chat, everybody, you know, grab a side of this and we're going to lift these washers and dryers up and move them. Y'all know we can do that? Yep. Versus me picking this shit up with my fucking tongue, really?
That's a fact.
That's what you know when you say you step out there, you know, we all hungry looking to the same goal. Somebody like, hey, I need this move for me. I can't move by myself. Let me go get a couple of other people. We all can get in on this couple of dollars or whatever, and we can all go eat us a meal or two to the next motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? The next situation shows up to feed us again.
Teamwork is the dream work, is what they say.
And what's up? Say the other night, shit, hunters. You got sheep and you got wolves, and we already know the wolves is the hunters. The sheep a sheep will literally stand there and let you slit his throat without him moving. For real.
Exactly. They'll sit there, they'll stand there like the fucking mannequin challenge, yeah, and just gonna say, you know what? You got an AK, educational purposes only. Spray the hell out of me. I don't give a crap what you're gonna do about me.
Man, I'm trying to tell you, I know sheep.
Jordan, exactly. I'm the same, dude. In Jordan, you've got the people who see these cretins, as I call them, the sheep as well, yeah?
Yeah.
And say, hold up, I ain't like this, dude. What am I going to do? I'm going to go deep dive and survive. Because what a lot of people don't understand, and especially the youngsters, yeah? No disrespect to them. They don't understand what survival means. Or the techniques of survival. Because everything that KI's just said, and especially the reference of coming back as a pack, bro, you got to think of its survival. Because he's just said, bro, that like with us coming together, bro, it takes one person to spark that idea, but it could take 10 people to come to fruition.
Yeah,
but when it comes to fruition, everybody's on the same level, same standard. We're breaking bread if we break bread. Do you know what I mean, bro? But on a higher being self, bro, do you know what that means for a person with a survival like that? You are different to the norm. You know what is going on. You have got such a survival instinct that you know, I've got the rest of this family or clique or friend, but they deserve to be treated like I do.
Exactly.
Because I do not like people who go out and spend 50 pounds who are sitting at home in an apartment, like you said.
Yeah.
Even out here, I see people spend 3, 4, whatever, doing this in a cheap ass £300-400 house. Do you know what I mean? And then I'm just like, what? Do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean, bro.
Because Jordan, sometimes as well, though, what you learn as well, if you get thrusted into environments where you've got to survive, bro, it does wake you up and it gives you a very different idea of what survival is.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like for sure. And I'll definitely speak to it. Like there's definitely a lot of people in my generation. Like we're low key kind of spoiled. You know what I'm saying?
Spoiled, bro. Come on, man. You sure that though by, for instance, doing the bloody stuff with the music industry, you're spoiled by going into a 360? Do you know what I mean? No disrespect with the fast money, the fast life, though, because the best way for me to see it is you're living the rock and roll life, but for what?
Exactly. That shit come to an end real fast.
And I hate seeing that though. I really do hate seeing like people blow their money, like for real. Like, I mean, it is what it is. It's their money to blow at the end of the day, but at the same time, it's just like, damn, like.
Because they think it's not. I mean, it's never ending. They're not really taking, full concept of that. No, once you get it, that's it, and once it's gone, is gone.
Yeah, ain't no getting that shit back if they put in them little boys and little girls' hands, man. None of that shit.
Yep.
Mm.
Whereas if you teach them the value of a dollar, then they may, start to grasp. Oh well, I have to work to get this, and it's not going to come right away. Type deal. Then they're gonna treat it better. They're gonna treat it with more respect. But if you're just handing it to them, there's nothing to respect of it because they think it's
Yeah.
automatically given to them.
I mean, when we got money, man, we had to earn that shit, man. Like literally earn that shit. Your hands got to be dirty to earn some motherfucking money back then. Now, like you say, man, they just handing shit. Well, I'll just give you this, and then in the long run, we know if you give me this percentage of money, in the long run, you're making at least 100 times more or better than what you're paying me right now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do y'all think we should get rid of money?
In my eyes, yes, because we don't. If we want to go deep on the money thing, we don't own the goddamn money. So yes, because to me, money is the root of all evil.
And then when you look at money, who do you see on money though? Like for real, for real.
Well, it depends on. I know what you're saying with your side, though, but it depends, though. Do you know what I mean, though? Do you know what I mean, though? But again,
But
yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna use a quote, and I don't know if it's from Dave Chappelle or Cat Williams, but you could take a look at money, and he say the shit look like baseball cards with slave owners on them. Real shit.
Jesus, I think that was Dave Chappelle who said
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
But it was a joke, but at the same time, he one line though. You got to look at it, man. Like they hold these people to a higher standard than they would anybody. They put up on our currency and then put all type of symbolism on the money, and then had the nerve to put the inscription down there. In God we trust. What fucking God is y'all trusting?
They want to trust them.
It's more. It's more than one. It's more than one God, y'all. For real. Because the Greeks believe in more than one God. They don't say the Most High. They say Zeus, Poseidon, what's one man, Hades, all that type of shit. And it's like, okay, that's what y'all believe in is God. Then you got the Native Americans who say the wind God, the corn God, the tree God, the grass God, the wheat God. Like, man, look, it's one higher power, period, though. I believe in Gaia and in Mother Nature, though, and Father Time and all that, you know what I'm saying? Because they ain't nothing but title. But we know what the title entails, though. But when you tell me in God we trust, I have to question that. And what God is you talking about, though?
Boom shakalaka.
Here comes the Chief Rocker.
Yeah, boom.
I'm trying to tell you. Man. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying? We on the right track, man. We definitely on the right track. But at the same time, we got to pull people in, though. Like, we trying right now, though. But we know what the drama look like. We all done surfed through this motherfucker. And I'm going to use your words on this one, gang. We all been in the bushes taking a peek or two like, nah, I ain't ready to jump out the bushes on this shit. And we keep it moving, or we stay there and observe what we need to observe. And it's what it's called, each one teach one. We doing that now. It's multiple generations and multicultural up in here. Well, you know what I'm saying? We talking and giving a different aspect on, you know what I'm saying, things we agree with, disagree with, our opinions and all that. But for us to be able to have a conversation like we're doing, where we all, you know, level-headed and, you know, can respect the next person and all this. If a lot of these so-called YouTubers and podcasters take, you know what I'm saying, our direction, everybody on here would feel better about popping on YouTube. Everybody would feel better about looking at videos, putting up their own and all this. You got people on here that will literally, because you put something on here saying something against them, they will go make a 10 series video about you because you disagree with them. When the fuck did that become cool, man? What is even cool about that?
Question, man. For real.
They treat it like the aspect of money in a way.
That's not a route we want to take. We don't want to, be the
No.
ones that be like, oh, guess what? Dude that we respect so highly, he up there on top of that skyscraper finna jump. And if he gonna jump, I'ma jump. No, let his ass jump by himself. If I make it up there before he jump, I'ma kick him off. Get your ass down there and show me. Jump. I'm not jumping with you. But if you need a helping hand, I will help push your ass though. Why? Because we don't need you. You were showing us right here. We didn't need you by you hopping up on this roof with a bunch of people who support you, holding you down, got your back, and agreeing with some of the shit you saying. But yet you just say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna see how much I got them in the grip of my hand. I'm gonna go up there and tell them we all gonna jump. And then this person flinch forward and everybody jump, but he don't jump. I'm gonna be the dude behind him to kick him. You go first. Show me what you talking about. You gonna land on your feet? Show me you gonna land on your feet before I jump.
Fact, man.
We don't have to follow these trends. We ain't got to do none of that shit. Sometimes, like it take, you know what I'm saying, a group of people. Sometimes just want to break a cycle. A cycle is something that's repeated though. And if it's a mistake, it's only done once, and you learn from the mistake though. We see it constantly every day. Everybody on this shit on straight page bullshit. And I calls them out on it. I don't care how they feel or none of that shit. Why I don't care how they feel? Because they don't care about how other people feel when they put their content out. When we put ours out, y'all already know. We have our discussions before we come up on here. That way, whatever, you know what I'm saying, aggression or anything that we had in this conversation, we get it out amongst each other though. Get that shit out the way. That way we can come up on here with sense and keep it moving.
There you go. That's all it is. I'm telling you, because there'll be some things, especially we already know what's big in the news, right? Like some people, like especially me, I be needing to get some steam out, bro. Talking about this stuff, you know what I mean? And I'd be like, I really don't want to talk about it live like that.
We all like that though, bro. Everybody that's in on this chat right now is like that, my brother. Everybody
don't even push. Don't push me down this road.
Look. See, I knew Sub again was gonna say something. Hey, we all got that aggression. We'll be like, we got to get this shit out before we get on here, because certain things, you know what I'm saying, we don't want to offend nobody. Why? Because we got respect for them. We ain't scared of them. Nothing like that. It's just having respect. If we respect you, you should be able to respect us back. But once disrespect come in, we ain't gotta disrespect you back. Us getting even with you is not fucking with you, period.
It is. Straight up. Straight up. Mike from Boston said what we talking about. A little bit of everything, to be honest with you. To be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? But it started off as far as like people blowing their money and, you know what I'm saying, spending their money on material things. That's the thing about it is, man, these materialistic people, I tell you,
we live in a materialistic world.
Tell you, man.
We live in a world where lies is now the truth and truth is not lies.
And to prove the truth, it gets harder because everybody has already got a perceived notion that it's a lie. So when it slaps them across the face, right, it shocks them that much they don't know what to believe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's called tearing down and rebuilding. That mind, man, that mind belongs to you. You should be an independent thinker. And in order to get facts straight, some things you've been taught all your life, you truly, literally have to tear those pieces away out your mind and start from scratch. That way you be like, I got to understand it like this. And I understand this better. And I like this better because it's more truthful than what the fuck I've been taught all my life.
Right. And let me build on what KI is saying right now. It ain't easy. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
It takes time. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't no shit you do overnight in a year. None of that shit, though.
You're gonna get frustrated with yourself, but he's
snap out, lash out on the real, like this some bullshit. But I've been talking like you're literally losing for a minute, and then you'll be like, "But there was a reason that I had to come search for this, though."
Right? You're absolutely correct, bro. I'm telling you, I'm currently on a. Yeah,
go ahead.
Now I was just gonna say, bro, I definitely feel what you're saying, bro. Like you definitely tearing things down, especially what's in your mind, and tearing it down and bringing it back up. Oh, it's gonna take time. You're gonna go through a roller coaster. It's not gonna feel good. You're gonna stay up at night, but at the end of the day,
your feelings on the real.
I'm telling you, you're gonna lash out. But at the end of the day, if you do that and you're successful in what you're doing, I'm telling you, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, and then not only that, you'll feel better about yourself at the end of the day. Like, I didn't have to go through my life believing everything I was taught and told. I went through certain aspects that I felt like was important and found out on my own. This ain't what's true. This right here is more to the truth than, because you ain't gonna never get 100% truth when it comes to history, though. You'll never get it. You'll never get it. You can only take the tidbits that they left up in there and decipher the shit for yourself. Take in what you need to take in, not what you want to, but what you need to take in. And you run with that, like, okay, I needed to know this. I mean, it was cool to know this here too, but this is the more important factor of the points, if you get where I'm coming from. And you run what you know, and you continue to search and build, search and build. And the more you start to build, the more you're tearing down on the other side. Like, I don't need this shit.
Facts, man.
Because one thing I will say about talking about this as well, there's going to be certain things you see that you're going to have a hard stomach for.
Man.
Like a cast iron steel feeling at the bottom of your stomach, because shit has been so distorted, educational purposes only, for the fuckery that's been going on for many years, right? Like I keep saying though, guys, yeah, what we are doing is we're just giving little steps. Do you know what I mean, bro? We're not going full bang with things, bro. Do you know what I mean? So when the curious mind is going to start looking and seeing, bro, right? Because you know your mind is open to anything and everything. It's just how you see it, bro.
Right.
And when you pick up on something that you may not know about, but you want to understand, it's great to learn and do things with, bro. Do you know what I mean?
Facts.
Because the mind will always look, though, Jordan, for what it needs to absorb, because the mind is the powerful thing, not the heart. It's the mind. The heart helps it, but the soul and the conscience and the subconscious helps the mind.
It definitely helps, because it feeds it that emotion that you need.
And that's when you can start distinguishing, because some emotion is fake emotion, as in you've got hatred for no reason, and then there's some emotion that you've got like living real life. You know what I mean? But when you when you kind of understand what the two are, and you keep fighting them, bro, come on, man, you're gonna eventually give up on yourself and think, hang on, what have I got to do?
Right. And I'm gonna say this to this effect, to build on this. Just an example for people out there, you know, this for educational purposes, YouTube, no disrespect to nobody, their beliefs nor their religions on what I'm finna say. Is there something that, you know what I'm saying, this is part of tearing your mind down and rebuilding it, because most people, and I ain't saying all, but the majority of people, when they hear the word Jesus, and this, I ain't going to religion, y'all, but I just got to use this example. When they hear the word Jesus and you ask a person, how was Jesus, how was he executed? Oh, he was crucified on the cross. And then there's another story that says that the man known as the Son of Man was hung from a tree, the first lynching ever. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if everybody heard that, but they say the man was hung from a tree. And then with this being said, like I say, no disrespect to nobody, what they practice or nothing like that, though. If anybody know throughout history, Jews don't kill Jews.
Preach, bro.
Jews don't kill Jews. They don't. Now, they tried to say that the Son of Man was a Jewish man, which we all know that that's a lie. Jews, and not Jewish, because that's some whole other shit. But Jews don't kill Jews, y'all. Even I'm talking about, I don't care what their crime is. They rather lash you or lock you up for a little while before they even think about putting death as a resort in real Jews. So how was the Son of Man a Jew and he was killed by alleged Jews? Really? Wow. That's just something to help you tell your mind out, like, this something to look at. He was hung from a tree. That's the original story. Was again, they took it. He was crucified on a cross. Come on, man.
I'm starting to question something that I gave out there just a little earlier and shit. And if we know that the letter J wasn't made
in the Hebrew alphabet, yeah.
Fuck, we got a Jew.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't in the Hebrew alphabet, and they definitely was called something other than Jews, though. Because they say that the J was not in the Hebrew alphabet during those times at all.
No, it showed up in the 1600s.
Yep, later down the line, after the fact that they started destroying everybody's language, because why do English got to be a #1 language throughout the world, though, when you got people that live over in Pakistan, Iran, Iraq, and all that speaks their own language to each other, just like Africans, when they make clicking sounds, some of them from tribes, they make clicking sound. But now, anywhere you go, guess what? You have to speak English. Why? That's not a part of our culture, nor nothing we believed in, though. It was forced upon everybody, and they trying to get everybody into speaking English, though. First it was Spanish that they were talking about. Well, people who speak Spanish need to learn English. No, they're not from a place that English is a common language. We don't have to use that as a common language throughout the world ever, but they want us to.
So that goes to what I said earlier.
All day long. I'm
the
building off what you said earlier, big bro, on some real shit. So do I take in everything you say.
The whole world got to know what white supremacy is, and not just one culture. Like every culture got to know what white supremacy is.
Period.
Then we can sit there and hash out a solution to these problems we got.
And when we say white supremacy, we don't mean all white people. It's a difference between all white people and white supremacy, though.
Exactly. I'll just see with you saying that, Ki. I think when we're referencing white supremacy, we're talking about the Caucasian race, not the half castes or whatever. We're talking about straight Caucasians, though, because there is a difference. And I will say that from being out in Europe as well. There's a big difference.
Because you definitely got some, like in a white supremacist thing that we talking about. Well, you know, I'm gonna use you for a minute, T, and ain't no disrespect. They would look at you. They would know. I'm saying they would. The ones that's real white supremacists will literally look at you due to the fact who you involved yourself with and who you congregate with. They will look at you and shut you out like, oh, that's a nigger lover. Oh, she's a this lover. She's a that lover. Guess what? To them, you're nothing no more. And you know what I mean? I don't know if you got an interracial child or not, and ain't no disrespect to the little sister. But they would look at, they're not looking at your daughter like she's Caucasian. They would look at her like she's a little N-word. And excuse me for saying that, but it's true.
And I was telling her too, she's kind of got it worse off because neither, like back in the day, neither one of them would have accepted her
at all. But I better hope that she would survive though, because doing back then though, a lot of them was killing them off though. If you came out all the way with them with that stringy hair and that pale complexion, they would kill you off just to hide the fact that they was out there messing around with people in them fields.
True.
Because I done heard a story. I'm not saying it's true, so don't quote me on it. But I heard a story that Abraham Lincoln ain't who everybody think he is.
Okay.
They say if you look at him, he a little bit scraggly, be a Caucasian from back in the day compared to what they was on. But don't quote me on it. It's just something I heard. Go ahead.
So I guess the monument, the Lincoln Monument, it is how they have Lincoln out in front. That's actually not Lincoln at all. It's Ramsey II.
I could believe it, because like I say, they depict that man way different than they predict them other so-called founding forefathers.
And they just turned everything around because, you know, they want everything for themselves. It's sad.
And when you look at it, it was said that the slave owner Lincoln went out there and had relations with one of them women out in that field when they produced Lincoln. For real, that's just what I heard through some shit. I'm not for sure about it because I never did research. That's why I say don't quote me on it. They say if you look at how he's depicted and on the money, look at his demeanor and all that, though, he was way different from them.
That's what I even said. He looks way different than, you know, the white powder wig burn.
Yeah, his hair was a little bit nappy, and so was his beard.
So you never know. You never know. They've been hiding so much underneath our face that we don't even know anymore.
And that's what they wanted. Then that's what they wanted, though, because
that it just wasn't drawn into the imagination, because a lot of those stories are still putting on them. Go ahead, but yeah, I believe a lot of those images that we're getting is because, you know what I'm saying, they just painted their own image when they put it into the story and stuff. Because when you go to most of these walls, they're not talking about a human being. They talking about the same thing that wakes you up every morning.
Mm-hmm.
The goddamn sun. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. Oh, how long I've been going on live for? 3 hours and 15 minutes? God dang.
Yeah, I just checked mine too. That shit been pumping. That shit been pumping.
Watch hours.
I'll tell you something, though,
Salute to
Jordan.
everybody
Listen to
watching
this,
right
though,
now.
Jordan.
What's up?
We've got 6 in the room, yeah, and we've got 12 likes and no dislikes.
And that's what's up.
That's what's up. That though, you're gonna did the. I've been watching the views going up and down all night. That's been amazing, man. No, but it's been good. It's been good though because it's seen a nice little consistency though. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, it's a blessing, man. Like I said, bro, like 6 to 8 months ago, there was nobody on here. You hear me? Nobody watching. You know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing, man. Like I said, this is the round table right here, man. This isn't just me. Yeah, it's on a channel called Jordan Live, and yes, I am Jordan Live, but it's not just me. It's the family in here. Round table. This is, you know what I'm saying? This is gonna be a family affair right here, man. When we just speak the real.
And then you get it from all cultures, all different, you know what I'm saying? Different parts of the country, you know, outside the country, man. You getting it all right now.
Different parts of the world.
Period. And everybody is being able to be heard though. Like we don't need no platforms where just put it in the comments. I read the comments. We ain't always got to do it like that. It's okay to do that, but at the same time, let your people be heard so they know they really a part of something, man. Not just no part of no bullshit.
Right. Like 3 hours and 15 minutes. Like I'm not, like I said, when it comes to y'all, right? I love sitting back and learning. Now, of course, I'm gonna engage and whatnot. We're gonna talk, yes, and I'm gonna talk my shit, right? But at the same time, right? At the same time, it's learning. I'm learning from you guys every time y'all say something about a topic.
I learn from all y'all when we on here, man. I learn from everybody on here, from the generations above mine to my generations and the ones that's below me, because y'all got something to bring to the table for the simple fact y'all out there seeing some of the shit going on that I don't. I've seen shit in my time that I can tell y'all about. Just like, you know what I'm saying, Game could tell y'all shit and MC could tell y'all shit. They seen doing they shit. But at the same, we all coming to the same agreement. We seeing what's going on, you know what I mean? And we bringing it to people how it should be brought to them, and not in no disrespectful way. Though we just giving our opinions, opening up the floor, letting people say what they need to say, you know what I mean? Reading the comments and all that. And we keep on telling people the hangout's open. It's easy to get in. If you don't want to, you know, be a part of the written chat, you can get in here and be on a vocal conversation, though. It's an open flow. We ain't ducking and hiding from nobody. And we do like to hear other opinions of what people coming from.
Right. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? This ain't like the StreamYards where, you know what I'm saying, we can send invites. But at the same time, though, all we need is your email. You can get on this hangout.
You pop right in here. You can pop on mine, pop on Jordan, because I guess y'all just say it's 10 to each one. Shit, it'll be 10 on mine, 10 on Jordan. You know, if Sub want to jump in, 10 on his, 10 on T, so forth. We can all get in here and voice our opinions, man. Let people know who we is, what we talking about, and what we're really about, man. We ain't got to be on here talking about, oh yeah, did you see what such and such did? Did you see what the girl did to the other girl? Who cares?
Right.
It's like, for real, who cares? We can see this any time of the day, whether on TV or outside. We don't have to be, want to be the ones hopping on no fucking social media just to see the same shit we see every single day. That shit gets old and tiresome.
That's true. It's old as hell, bro. And I'm telling you, you just get tired of talking about the bullshit. And you get
tired of hearing about it, period. Like, damn, I just left out of a situation. And now I got to pop on here and such notifications popping up. Like, come on, man, I don't need to see this shit.
I'm telling you, man, like we're showing a different view since we're quote on these YouTube streets, right? Well, we're gonna show you that our house is different. Our house is way different.
Big time.
We let you in, but you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see the inside of the house. You're gonna be like, okay, they got their shit together. Shit is straight. Shit is on a positive note. Shit is clean. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that might touch on the negative because let's be honest, there will be no positivity without negativity. And guess what? It's there. It's always going to be there. So we got to touch on the shit sometimes. But at the same time,
negative and positive, neither one can exist without the other.
There you go. At the same time, though, you know what I mean? We can steer the ship and we can keep it at a positive note at the same time. And that's I feel like that's what we're doing.
It's definitely gonna be some shit that they ain't gonna want to hear.
Right.
But look, they ain't gonna want to hear it, but at the same time, though, in my opinion, they need to hear it.
Agreed. Like I said, it's not gonna be all positive. Yes, there are some things, let's be honest, that are negative that we're gonna touch on. But at the same time, for the most part, if we can, I like to keep it positive, man. And that's what we all about in 2020. We're not, you know what I'm saying? We're moving forward. We're not going back.
Yeah, we left that. That's the past. We trying to move toward the future to ensure fucking future.
That's it. 2019. Yeah, I like to say it was entertain the fuckery a little bit much.
Yeah, we all went down that road, trust and believe me.
Right.
And then you just think about it like, you know what? Maybe it's time to try something new. This old shit ain't working.
That's it, man. And that's what this is, man. This is that new shit, man. The round table. You know what I'm saying? The round table. Chaos, Sub, T, Game. You know what I'm saying? Lumi, MC,
Philly,
UG, Philly,
TT, Love, Evil. You know what I'm saying? The whole squad.
Whole squad. You know what I'm saying? For real.
And then you know how that go if they say shit, if you ain't getting on the bus, keep walking.
There it is. There it is.
If you don't need to be here, get the stepping. Basically.
I'm trying to tell you, keep it fucking moving.
There it is. Because when I get
all is welcome, but at the same time, though, if you don't take the initiative, you know, to step over the threshold and come through the door, we ain't gonna force you. We ain't one of them, groups, if you will. We ain't that type of table. We encourage you to walk past the threshold, but we're not gonna grab your hand and walk with you. You see us here. Come on in. Kick your shoes off. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself. Get involved. Like, that's the problem now. Not enough people is involved with this, man.
That's it.
But that's going to change anyway, though, bro, because obviously when we start showing the stance that we're going to come, bro, people start feeling a bit more comfortable because what people will be hearing about as well, the topics that we're discussing. Do you know what I mean? Just like, I've got to give shouts out to TV, yeah? Ears and eyes open. Do you know what I mean, though? We like you said, Ki, with me when I went and got your video, you pricked something in my mind that I need to listen to, though. Do you know what I mean? This station, the platform that we're going to do, you're right, they aim for everybody, but if you need to hear some shit, just come by, because you're going to catch something that may mean something to you or may help you with something, though. Do you know what I mean? Because with this, though, with the platform, guys, as well, what you got to realize, we've got 3 generations on this one platform and seeing 3 different perspectives on generational differences. You should be able to pick up something from something where either we fucked up on or something we're trying to steer you away from or even trying to educate you from. Because if you're coming with 2 pence to put into a conversation, I'm all ears. But if you're coming with a dime bag and a fuckery, go fuck yourself, because I ain't going to entertain it. No. I mean, seriously, I ain't going to entertain it because you know why, though. Right? I believe in the secret.
Let me break that.
Hey, hold on.
Let me break that
y'all
part
get
down.
the flow. We got little bro, partner body, y'all. Partner body. We got Philly trying to get in, though.
Yep.
Okay, let me go send him another invite.
My bad, y'all. Go ahead. I just had to say that, though, little bro trying to get in. But yeah, go ahead. Y'all got the flow back.
Right ahead, gang.
Which go, man. All I'm saying is, man, just leave that fuck shit goddamn where the fuck you at. Don't bring that shit here.
Exactly.
In a nutshell, he said.
Yeah, that was pretty much what Sub was saying.
Because a lot of folks don't understand proper English and shit sometimes. They act ghetto, so you gotta say it in a ghetto motherfucking way. You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
So
just saying, man, like definitely on some positivity stuff, man. And like, well, I'm more than welcome to have the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Philly, I hope you can get in here, man, because I think when I get to 3 hours and 30 minutes on here, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live. So I definitely want the people to hear your voice, bro. What you got to say, brother? Definitely.
Yo,
Philly, what's going on, man?
What's good, man?
What's the word, little bro?
How you doing?
What's the word, little bro? How you doing, QG?
I'm good, man.
Welcome to the round table, brother. Welcome to the round table. Just let you know your camera's on. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? We are live. I don't know if you want, I don't know if you want your face, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I gotta get my damn haircut, man.
I got same here, bro. One of the reasons why I'm either in a hat or I got no camera on. So hell yeah, man. Let me ask you, bro. Welcome to the round table. Just to let you know what I'm saying? You family. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Welcome
definitely
in.
a part of it.
Right. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me ask you a question, bro, since I asked everybody else, right? When it comes to your favorite R&B and your favorite 90s hip hop artists, who would they be from the 90s? Your favorite R&B and your favorite hip hop artist, Philly.
All right, from R&B, my favorite would be it's a mix of Drew Hill and there's a lot. Like I don't have one favorite.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah, we all said multiple, so it don't gotta be just one. I just wanted to
right.
You know what? R&B, I would definitely say like a shit. I want Drew Hill.
Okay.
And the early that's late 90s, early 90s. I gotta go with Boys and Men, or
Okay.
See, so many to choose from.
There's a lot to choose from. How about your favorite 90s hip hop artists or like rap artists?
Hip hop. That's a little easier. I would go with. It's not. 90s, you know what? As far as like rap hip hop, I say the Rough Riders, the whole Rough Riders.
Rough Riders, okay.
Salute to QT Love in the comments. Say keep doing big things. Yes, indeed.
Yes, we're trying to. Yes, Lord. You
type in the guys' time out. Flag on the play, man. Flag on the play, man. Y'all telling me, I don't hear Boys the Men twice, right? Is Boys the Men better? Is Boys the Men better than New Edition?
No, I don't. You know what? It's New Edition did first.
Oh, okay. I just want to know.
I can't say that they better than them because I think that's just a reboot of them.
Yeah.
Y'all called it New Edition, right?
Yeah, I gotta say New Edition better than Boys and Men. I gotta say it. That's who I was rocking with first.
Damn sure better than
felt them a little. Yeah, that was some whole other shit right there.
Hell yeah, man. Just had to ask you that, man, because I asked everybody else, Philly. So it's good to hear, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, different multiple people, you know what I'm saying? They all name like 2-3 artists. So we all on the same track as far as, like, I don't know. The 90s just really, I know this has just influenced the music that I listen to. My favorite, I noticed.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Like, let me ask another question for you, Philly, since you're here, right? Is there a moment? Do you still keep up to date with today's rap?
You know what? Kind of, sort of, not that like that, but you know what I'm saying? It's a couple of joints that like.
Because I was gonna ask you, right? I was gonna ask everybody else, right? Is there a time or is there a moment where you said, you know what, I can't listen to this modern day rap no more?
There's a lot of moments.
You said that again?
It's a lot of moments. The last moment.
Well, let me ask you a question. What's the last moment for you?
The last moment for me is when that little Juice WRLD stuff.
Yeah.
No, not because of that, but no. There's something before that. It's like Future said. It's like Future said something about. I don't even remember, but like, I guess like dark skinned black women, something like that. Either him or Chris Brown.
I remember that.
And it's like, you know what? No, I'm gonna fall back a little bit because ain't nothing but negativity coming out of people's mouths.
Yeah, I remember that whole thing. That was, yeah. I was a big fan of Ross, right? I was a big fan of Rick Ross, and like, you know what I'm saying? He was definitely like one of my favorites coming out of Florida. And when he said that line, you know what I'm saying? Molly and the champagne, she didn't even know it. I was like, oh nah, Ross, This ain't it,
That was
Chief.
the same with me, bro.
I see what you was doing there. The name of the song is you didn't even know it, right? So I see what you was doing, but nah, that wasn't it, Ross. That wasn't it. I had to fall back on Ross. Say that again?
He lost a lot of shit over that.
Yeah, I had to fall back from Ross from that. I was like, damn, dog. Like, that wasn't it, Chief.
And can I just say something with you bringing the You Ain't No track up, though, yeah?
Uh-huh.
I loved the TDE version of that track.
Mm-hmm. Speak on a sub.
I love it. I don't know why people don't give enough props to TDE and Kendrick Lamar, you know. I really don't understand why.
I already spoke on Kendrick. I already said I think Kendrick cold, man.
I love Kendrick. Because Good Kid, Mad City. If you sit
and the way he break things down, that man, I hate to me.
And because a common thing that y'all was speaking on is lyricism, and that's what Kendrick is. He's a lyricist.
Yeah, he's badass with it.
He's a lyricist, not just a rapper, a lyricist. A good example for anybody who wants to know about that lyricism Kendrick has, just listen to his last verse on King's Dead. That's you're not gonna sit there and tell me, like, as far as lyrics go, that Kendrick is not that guy for this generation. Oh, he is.
I'll tell you a good one with lyricism from Kendrick with storytelling, yeah. Money Trees.
Yeah.
From Good Kid, Mad City was talking about going out and doing a robbery and stuff like that with his boys. Do you know what I mean? And he broke the whole story right down with it. Do you know what I mean? And like, for instance, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. Unless you really know what he's talking about, don't mess with that song, don't you know what I mean? Because I love that guy. Hearing the classical element on that track, bro.
Poetic Justice makes me think to this very day. I listen to that song
That's
and
the
I
weakest
chill.
Song to me off the album.
It probably is. That says something, sub though. That says something.
You know, bro, because you know who's featured on it, bro. You know he ain't got no fucking love from me, bro. Fuck that square ass Canadian fucking hip hop. Fucking run down bitch made blackface, whatever the hell you want to call him these days. You know what I mean? I don't care about him, seriously, bro.
Yeah,
honestly,
man.
No disrespect to him, though, right? He has done some very good tracks for artists and featured, though. But I overlooked him because he's on them. There was a classic song Big Sean, Drake, and 2 Chainz did. And I overlook it because of Drake. And it is a fucking great song.
You talking about Drake?
Yeah, but I despise him, but I hate him with a passion.
He's still Jimmy from Degrassi to me.
Say that again, bro?
He's still Jimmy from Degrassi to me.
Wheelchair kid, huh? Well, YouTube purposes, educational purposes, whatnot, fair use, and all that bullshit. Anyway,
he has good tracks. He has great tracks, man. Like, I fuck with some of his tracks, but you know all this real stuff. I'm a real nigga, stuff like that. Come on, man.
I let a lot of shit go with him, bro. But I'm not gonna lie. When he tried to sing, I hated it. I hated when he tried to sing. I was like, oh God, what the hell, bro? Like, stay in your lane, man. Leave the singing for the singers. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You feel me, Philly? Leave the singers for the singers. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Singing for the singers. Like, you trying to do everything at once, and I get what you're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, nah, leave that shit alone. Like, harmonizing is one thing. And let's be honest, a lot of people, as far as like modern hip hop, a lot of people don't like that shit. That harmonizing has definitely taken over rap. Like, these rappers really think that they singers.
And they ain't on shit.
Right. Because they carrying a tune. If they could call it that.
But that harmony rap, like I said, they got harmony rap, and I always say Bone played a big part of harmony rap.
Bro, you know what it is? Thank you for saying that, Ki, because I think also you remember when Nate Dogg was coming out in the early 90s, bro.
Man, Nate Dogg was a savage. R.I.P. to that brother, man.
Bro, listen, I will state this to you being an OG, Ki, yeah? You know, if I'm having an anxiety attack or whatever, and I'm having a bad day, bro, I can go stick that G from Classics 1 and 2 on, and be a different person by the time I finish and listen to it, OG. That album is phenomenal, bro. And I've never found an artist, though, but what I will see is, bro, yeah? Because I've done my research on this, right? Yeah, everybody may want to know where choruses came from within hip-hop, right? And I look right back through it, yeah? And the first person who ever recorded a hip-hop chorus song was Nate Dogg with It Ain't No Fun from Snoop Dogg's album.
Yeah, Nate Dogg was that dude.
Nate Dogg was that guy.
He made it okay to be a singer with you know what I'm saying, with a decent little sound and everything. He made it okay to be a singer that rolled with rappers though.
And what I like
was still gangster in the process.
And you know what I like about Nate Dogg? I'm not gonna lie, he was a singer, but he stayed in his pocket. He didn't try to overdo it. You know what I'm saying?
At all.
Trying to hit them crazy, you know what I'm saying? Notes. Nah, not Nate. He kept it in his pocket.
Talking about Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg made it all the way into a cameo with Bernie Mac and Chris Rock when they did that one where he was going to be running for the president when he was Willie Mays or whatever. Had to stay, man. He made a cameo on it. That's how good that man was. And you got to think about it. That was a major A-list movie that was made that they made this man do a cameo more than once in there just to hear them lyrics.
Yeah, exactly. No, but the thing is, though, what I love about Nate Dogg is, right, look at how many genres he covered, but always remained true to his singing, though.
All day long. Because he definitely been through hell and back.
Especially the way he went, bro. God damn, rest his soul with that shit, though. Do you know what I mean? Suffering 2 strokes in a short period. God damn, man. Crazy.
Well, some of that shit, I mean, I ain't finna get into that because it's controversial. Some of that shit that be going on with them type of guys, man, I question that shit, man. I can't help but question. Because I got a problem with the Easy Eat thing. Him finding out he had that package. And then within a few weeks, you dead. Like, damn, they had shit.
I'll tell you something else with it. You want to go down that road, right? Yeah, I've got a problem with Pimp C stuff.
Oh yeah, that's most questionable because Pimp C definitely was one of my best, my favorite Southern rappers though. Like I rock with this man though, and it wasn't just because of his music, because the educational shit he was putting out though.
Okay, then, Roger, let me ask you this: that Atlanta shit got him targeted, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think, right, because hear me out though, right? Educational purposes only, because I am going in conspiracy theory mode for a couple of minutes, right?
Right.
When I first, bro, I was out in Vancouver when he passed, bro, yeah? But when I got home, I started to do a bit of research, yeah?
Yeah.
Back about 6 years ago, I started researching it again, and I came across a very interesting video by a guy who put up, right? He actually said he was murdered. He had his throat slit. He was sitting, he was basically praying, you know, like at the end of the bed when you're going to do your prayers, yeah?
Right.
Like that.
Right.
Head bowed on the bed with blood all over the room with his throat slit. What they said was as well, listen to this though, yeah?
Yeah.
There was CCTV footage of the perpetrators who done it, and it disappeared because they went back 3 times before they alerted people to ransack and empty the room because they took his jewelry, they took his laptop, his music,
his money,
they took
all
everything,
that shit
everything. Because DJ Paul said that he went and seen him, right? But the thing is, though, let me tell you this. The same fucking night, guess what he was doing, bro? He was on stage with Too Short. And literally after that performance, he died. Because people were seeing our Pimp was tricking and doing this, that, and the other. So they put it on a trick. But what people didn't understand is that trick was sent. And that's all I'm going to say about it, though. Do you know what I mean? She got sent.
Yeah, I know where you're coming from. Because I say the same thing about Prodigy. Prodigy died choking on a fucking egg, really?
Bro, I'm not being stupid, right? Tell me if I'm a retard, right? This was no educational purposes. An egg, if you boil a goddamn egg, is soft, right?
Yeah, and then
if you force it down your goddamn egg. Yeah, you're in a hospital. No disrespect. If you're choking from an egg, all you got to do is either push the fork to bring it back up or stick your finger down to get rid of it. Excuse me.
Pretty much. Hold your arm in the air, look toward the sky on the rear to open up your
exactly.
air
It start gulping down like when you were drinking water to push it down.
Yep.
There is no
Yep.
goddamn way he died because when saliva touches an egg, it starts to melt anyway.
Yeah. And
Come
then,
on, man.
and then the reason I mentioned the hospital part, number one, you're in the hospital. Everybody know if you choking on something, you got doctors and nurses
That's
up
real.
in there. They could have cut a small incision inside his throat to get his air passages open. That man did not choke on that shit. Just like they say, Epstein hung himself, and now we found out the man had 3 broken bones in his neck, and they said that's only from strangulation, and he couldn't have did that himself.
It's just like Chester
a
Bennington
lot of that
died
shit
as
is
well.
questionable. A lot of that shit is questionable. Whitney Houston drowned in a bathtub, really, and y'all continue a party downstairs. Cut it out, man.
When I heard that shit, I didn't understand it either.
I don't believe none of that shit they tell me. Oh, such and such just passed away because of this. Like, damn, you couldn't have gave me a better reason than what you just gave me for that shit? Wow. At least try to make me believe shit. They just throw shit out there and give you a story. Like, oh, yeah, this happened to such and such and such. It's like, how the fuck do y'all know if y'all wasn't up in that room and, you know what I mean, you ain't got the medical examiner's report or none of this shit, though? How do you know all this information before they even know it? Because don't it take up to 24 hours for an autopsy? I'm just asking. Okay, I'm just making sure. But they say Whitney Houston drowned in her bathtub, blah, blah, blah. They were saying this shit while these people were still downstairs and her body was upstairs. How the fuck they know that's how she drowned? I mean, how she died?
Yeah, they knew how she died and they killed her.
Yeah, it's more to a lot of this shit than they saying, man. And they throw it out there and just tell us anything. Well, we'll just tell you guys this. You guys will believe this. You'll believe whatever we take. Not all of us.
No. It's like they did the Prince.
Yeah, they did Prince wrong. Prince died on the airplane, but they said he died at his crib.
No. They don't share an airplane. Because Dick Gregory was talking about the airplane he was on and everything. But yo, it's something. So then I start adding it up. It's like, yo.
I can give you the long shot answer for Prince if you want to know.
Oh, sure.
I'm all ears.
Yeah, man.
He just got his publishing back for his back catalogue after he'd been battling from whatever record label he was with for over 20 years to get it. They killed him literally weeks after it. Think about it.
Like with Michael Jackson and Sony.
Exactly. Michael Jackson owned 51% of Sony Records and also had a subsidiary label called MJJ Music, that released quite a few classic albums. Because, for instance, right, you know how Illumi was seeing Genuine, right? The Bachelor, his first album, right, we wouldn't actually know who Timbaland or Genuine were if it wasn't for Michael Jackson, because it came out on his label.
Uh-huh.
Back, man. Man, that's history right there, ain't it?
Man, I'm trying to tell you. I say if you dig deep enough, in the words of game, if you dig deep enough, man, you fuck around and run yourself crazy if you ain't ready for the shit you about to find out.
Right. TT Love say KI, y'all on point. That's facts.
Yeah, I'm typing in right now.
That's fact. Game, I see you still in here. Talk about it,
I'll tell you something, right? Sorry, I'll tell you something, right? I question Chester Bennington's death as well, yeah? The lead singer from Linkin Park, right? And it's a sore subject for me because I love Linkin Park. I grew up with them, yeah? That was my guilty music for a hell of a long time.
Yeah.
Especially Hybrid Park.
Oh my God, Hybrid, the very first album. That album really made me love rock and hip hop together.
Exactly. No, I mean Hybrid Theory, my bad.
Bro, for like with me, bro, because I'm out in the UK, QG, right? Hearing different things and how hip hop was brought out, bro. Like, for instance, I learned a lot of music itself from hip hop, the elements, how things come together, the samples and whatever. But, like, for instance, Kia, you went through the era when Body Count come out. Do you know what I mean? And all that stuff. To me, my era of like rock hip hop was when Linkin Park come out because it spawned a whole different genre. Do you know what I mean? It didn't just spawn as if it was just hip hop in rock like the Body Count, the Cypress Hill stuff was, yeah. or whatever it was, they created their own genre out of it. What was new metal? To be honest, everybody actually overlooks Linkin Park's second album, right? Called Reanimation. It is actually the hip hop version of Hybrid Theory. It is a fucking phenomenal album.
I'm laughing because every time I hear the word new metal or the genre new metal, I think of Limp Bizkit, and I just laugh.
God, please.
So do I, bro. So do I. I think of Limp Bizkit.
Like 3 hours ago, man. Please.
I just
Limp
laugh.
Bizkit was trash. I'm dead serious. Limp Bizkit was trash.
He was trash.
New metal. Oh shit!
Like, come on, man. The hell want to hear that?
New metal.
White boy scared us, to be honest with you.
Oh, it was catchy. I mean, he had some catchy joints, but yeah, for the most part,
that rolling was the only catching joint.
Shit, I like that.
My way too.
The remix of Rolling. My way, yeah.
I like that joint too.
The only reason I found out about a Limp Bizkit is because I watched wrestling and the Undertaker was using that man thing.
Yep, he definitely
That's
did.
the only way I knew what the fuck a Limp Bizkit was.
Damn right. Fucking Undertaker.
You came out the Kid Rock joint too. The American Badass.
Yep, Kid Rock. See, as you could tell, sub here in America, new metal, we laugh at it. It's hilarious.
I can understand though, because like for me, I got brought up on British rock. Do you know what I mean? Like we said before, like the Beatles and stuff like this. Though different has like forms of it. So I can understand, for instance, you like in America, you've got so many different genres, right? When one is created and spawned from what you are used to as your norm, I can understand exactly why you laugh at it for, but do you know what I mean?
Right.
Because like we already know what the elements are. It's just weird that, for instance, not being racist or anything, Linkin Park were white and Chinese, yeah? They've took it to a whole different set of audience, because first and foremost, like I've been stating in previous artists and musicians in general, forgot about the East, in Eastern Asia and in Asia and things when it comes to music. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I said, there's been artists, like I said previously, got record labels and distribution deals and everything from Japan, releasing stuff there before we get it. Because as well, though, even back in the day, the US would get, see, the album first, right? A month later, the UK would have it, right? Then, see, 2 months later, parts of Europe and the rest of Europe would have it. With Asia, it could be 6, 9, 12 months before they get the album, bro.
That's crazy.
It's crazy, man. It's wild. Yeah, man. So let me go ahead, man. I've been going at the live 3 hours and 47 minutes. God. What is watch time about to be love? Yo, this is for the round table, though, man. This isn't just for me. This is for the round table, man. And like I said, the round table is a family affair, man. Where definitely you're always welcome. Anybody's always welcome to speak on, you know what I'm saying, real topics. You know what I mean? And today we just so happen to be talking about hip hop topics. Another day we might be talking about another kind of topic. But at the end of the day, you can at least expect positivity coming from us. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. And that's anybody listening to my chat right now. Salute to the 5 people in here. Anybody on KI's live right now. You know what I'm saying? We're just going to bring the positivity to you. And like I said, all our topics might not be the most positive. We might touch on the negative. At the same time, though, we're going to keep a positive outlook on things. And we're going to keep the positivity in 2020 at the end of the day. Because all of us got lives at the end of the day. You know what I mean? And we don't need to come on this fucking internet thing on the bullshit. And we don't need to come on this internet thing, you know what I'm saying? With the fake YouTube beef. We over it. It's done for. We moving on 2020, positive outlook from here on out. And that goes for everybody in the family. You know what I mean? I just had to say that.
Drama. Yeah, that drama shit been dead.
Yeah, man, done. It's over. It's a wrap. Keeping it positive.
A whole new decade. It's a whole new decade shit. We in 2020, man. That shit from 2019 and down, man. That shit is past 10. Either kill it or keep moving.
Right, because at the end of the day, let's be honest, and I pray that everybody listening right now and everybody on this panel, we make it through this decade safe, sound, and unharmed. And let's be honest, we're gonna go through some shit this decade. All of us. We're gonna go through something. We're gonna lose people. And we're gonna go through the shit in this decade. But at the end of the day, the positivity that we bring.
Survive.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the positivity that we bring and we put forth in the world, the positivity, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get it back. Why not start this year? Why not start this decade on the most positive note that you could possibly have it at? Why not?
Facts. I agree with that.
Why not? And that's what we all doing. Salute to Sub right now. He's up right now. It's like 3 in the morning his time, ain't it, Sub?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That's what's up, bro.
Salute to Sub, and always bringing that real flavor with it, though.
You know
salute to the whole chat.
You're welcome.
For real, bro. Just gotta say that, man. Because I'm about to go ahead and end this live. I'm gonna leave the hangout for a second. I don't know if they're gonna stay around. But I'm gonna leave the hangout for a second and just close out my live. So
no problem.
I'm gonna stay in here, but I'm gonna close mine down. Salute to both chats, though, and salute to everybody in the chat. So I'm closing mine down as well, but I'm staying on the hangouts for a second.
All right.
Yeah, I'm staying on the hangout for a sec. But peace and love to KI's chat there, his channel. Blessings, same to Jordan live, and we'll catch you on the next episode.
That's it, man. It's a round table.
Salute.
Right. All right, man. This is your guy Jordan Live. Thank you very, very much for tuning in to another round table talk. Like I said, man, it's a real family affair. We keep it positive, man. We keeping things in the right direction. And like I said, 2020, it's a new year, it's a new decade. Why not keep it as positive as you can possibly keep it? I'm telling you, anything that you put out there in the world, you're going to get back tenfold. So why not put out the most positive shit that you can actually get out there to the people? You never know who's listening on these channels. You never know who's listening on these videos. You never know, but you're influencing every single time you press that live button. Let's make it positive. And that's what we're trying to do on the round table. That's what the round table is all about. Listen, my name is Jordan Live. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to another one. And I can't wait to see y'all for the next one. I'm out. Peace, y'all. Have a good night.